Hello and welcome back to Roll For It, your favorite YouTube streamers get together to play some lovely tabletop RPGs. Of course, today we're playing Blades in the Dark, Shadow of Doskvol. We can see the logo for once. Welcome, everyone. Welcome
Not for long.
today. Not for long, probably. Right. So let's dive straight into it and start off with all of our announcements. Firstly, we have hero tier name submissions needed. So if you're hero tier above, please go and do the name submissions because we need you to kill you. We need the names. We can murder you.
We need some good ones for Shadow of Doskvol and Vampire the Masquerade. So
there's a load of Zach goodies on the Patreon. So if you want to check out random Zach goodies for no reason whatsoever,
and
feel free
more
to go check out the
come,
Patreon.
right?
More to come. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I need to give you the latest letter, the one to Bella. And also there's new merch. There is Sounds of Silence character merch available and Doskvol, right?
Shadow of Doskvol, yeah.
So yeah, if you wanna go check out
I'm
our
gonna
merch
shirt
store,
with our
you
characters
can.
on it.
Yeah. You wanna check that out? You can do so.
I think this is the first shirt I've ever had with a character of mine on it. How about you guys?
I haven't got a shirt yet.
I mean,
Well,
I
I need to get one.
like my own. I have like a logo on it. I've had my face on a cake, but that's about it.
That's pretty cool.
I've
and
had
weird.
my face in a cake.
Yeah.
Did you then eat the cake?
Yes.
It was an artistic face. Yes, I did eat it. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Like, it made sense for me to bring it up right now. Continue.
Sure.
Moving on.
We will have
yeah.
more merch with those designs on them coming soon too, and we'll announce those on our social channels. So follow us over there if you would like to.
And there was another
merchandise.
character who was introduced yesterday, who I'm sure at some point will appear on merch as well. But for now, the merch, as you see it, is great. You should go check it out. I'm really liking them. I will be ordering some probably tonight when me and Bentham arrange how to do the shipping to us.
Yeah,
really,
I think
really
the designs might be swapping over in February, like late February, March. So keep that in mind. If you're interested in the current designs, they are limited time. So get them while they're hot.
Yep. Also, the knowledge of how well they sell will determine whether the design by humans are like, we want to do more stuff with you, special stuff. And if no one buys them, they'll be like, everyone hates you. We don't care about you.
Specifically, they're looking at who has purchased before this Monday. So they're looking at that short time window for now.
Okay, like tonight, right? Everyone tonight,
Yeah.
you need to go to our merch store and buy everything.
But
Yeah,
they'll be looking at it over a long period of time as well. But like specifically because we have requested a couple things in our next design that are a little bit more unique than anything that they sell on their site. For instance, we know people have asked for like, notebooks and things like that. That's not something they normally sell on stores. And we're kind of a weird store because we're very tabletop oriented. So yeah, like what EE has there, dice, things like that. We're asking for stuff that normally Designed by Human just mostly does shirts and that kind of stuff. So if you're really interested in those type of things, like actually getting like dice sets that's specific to a character or things like that, I would highly recommend, like helping support us so that we can.
Or bunny slippers.
Yeah.
There you go. Or blood snakes. So yeah, go check that out. Also.
And bunny slippers. I know that's a much harder thing even than the dice and the other stuff, just so you guys know.
Bentham's got
it's
some
on the
bunnies.
list.
We can do a test one. Bentham, can we just borrow your bunnies?
If you watched Roll For It Con 2019, you'll get that one.
It's okay. We can make this work. Bring me the bunnies. There's also on yesterday's Vampire the Masquerade, we got to feature some of the new content from the Cult of the Blood Gods book, which isn't out yet. It's actually currently on Kickstarter. If you want to check that out, that is on the Kickstarter currently. You can just Google it. But we're very grateful that we got to feature some of their new content that hasn't actually been released yet. So if you want to check that out, that'll be on the VOD, which will be coming out after the show. And I have to fix the cameras. They're actually good. Good. It's on the list. It says fixed cameras. And they're good.
Oh, yeah. I put it in the end with all caps.
Yeah. Right. I believe that's it for all the announcements.
Do we have a supporter? I think we have a supporter
No
for
support
this
today.
episode.
Nope.
No? Okay.
So, in which case, let's talk about the shilling. Now, what if one was to want to support us some sort of monetary fashion? How would that work, Bentham?
Bye,
No,
Mike.
what a fascinating idea. Well, it turns out that we do actually have a thing you can do with that. It's like I'm just gonna promote it normally. I can't do this.
You can do it, Bentham.
Beth is trying to be a salesman. He's like, I can't do it.
Listen, we've done this a bunch of times. That we have a Patreon, guys, and you can support us there. It allows us to keep the lights on and do the things. And shut up, and we can feed our pets and do cool things like make merch and that kind of thing.
And look, if we don't get enough supporters, it's fine. We'll just cut down on the pets.
Oh,
I take it you're volunteering.
you
socks
like
as
this?
tribute?
yeah, that's clearly where to
We're
start.
volunteering someone's cactus, actually.
Token of good faith.
You think I have a cactus that can be volunteered?
Josh is a
That
cactus.
ha 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 is very.
Felix has spikes for a reason.
You'll have to
I've kept
take
a
them.
plant alive. The only cactus I have is made of fabric.
Lauren, now
I was about to say
now
all
I
our
feel like
cats
I need to
can-
buy you a plant with that little pot.
I do want this pot, but we have plants. I'm just don't take care of them. Steph does.
Sorry, I
and
just
I'm
like
allowed.
needling you about it.
Also,
Get
I
to
sent my boyfriend that pot, and now he said no.
Anyway,
Lauren found this pot that's like a smart pot with a face on it. It's so cute.
we're
It
talking
tells
about
you when
plant
it's dying.
pots. Plant pots. For everyone wondering about the exact context of the word pot there.
I would like to point out that I live in Washington State, and I can probably walk like 15 minutes to 5 different pot stores.
I live in California. I could also do the same thing.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
not what we're talking about.
Need
We're talking
that.
about
Anyway, what?
Yeah, I was gonna say that all our pets, even the plant ones, can defend themselves, and then I remembered Rexy, so some of them maybe not.
She fell off the sofa last night playing with a cat toy. It was really funny. She was so mad.
Aw.
How dare
She's
gravity
so
betray
cute.
me
She's
in this
so
way?
fluffy.
She's like rolls over. She's like, can I get it? And then just it was great. Anyway.
So, speaking of supporting the
Support our
show,
pets.
Yeah,
Give us
so that
Rexy stay
Rexy can
alive.
continue living her best life, falling off of sofas, and we can have cactuses and so on. We use Patreon, and you can support us there at various different tiers, which give you various different rewards. You can get MP3s of all of our shows. You can get after shows that we record after every single show. We talk about all our thoughts about what happened in them, and our plans and our concerns. This is generally concerns of like, oh god, how do we get out of this mess now?
We have a ritual now, but you don't know
And
what it is.
last after show we were working out what our ritual is and working all of that out. So you'll see that at some point. And yeah, also character sheets of all of our players and all of the things we encounter, monsters and enemies and allies and that kind of thing. GM polls where you can vote on what's going to happen in upcoming shows, and you can also submit NPC names that will then get applied randomly to NPCs that then may become super important or may just die. You never know. Sometimes both. And also, you can get the monthly recaps where the admins record a little show at the end of every month talking about what happened. Well, at the beginning of every month, talking about what happened in the previous month, recapping it all, and then talking about secret future plans and that kind of thing. Also, if you're crazy, you can support us at Legend tier, which allows you to take part in a once-monthly game GM'd by a member of the Roll For It cast, which isn't streamed. It's just a private game that takes place in a voice chat in the Discord, and you get to play lots of random, wacky, and weird systems GM'd by these faces here and some faces from the Saturday show.
not all at once. That would be weird.
From the
Are there
message Bentham
multi-GM
sent me
systems?
yesterday, I'm wondering if I'm going to be the one GMing this month.
How else do you support Bentham?
There's a couple of other ways as well. You can also do things on Twitch. You can support with bits. You can drop those in the cup. They'll explode. Physics will happen. You can cover up the logo. You can uncover the logo, and mess with each other with that. You can also give us tips. They will appear on the screen, and we'll read them out at the end to thank you for being awesome and supporting us. And also, you can become a Twitch subscriber, which will give you access to VODs immediately after a show is over, whereas normally you'd have to wait 24 hours for them to appear on the YouTube. And also, you get emotes and badges and cool stuff like that. And you can also support over on YouTube and become a YouTube member, which also gives you emotes and badges there. And also supporting on YouTube, on Twitch, or on Patreon all gives you access to our lovely Discord full of awesome people, where you can talk about all the show stuff with them and occasionally the cast as well. We'll just wander in there and talk about random crap. I think E spent the last week dropping a lot of hints in there that some people did pick up, some people didn't.
You literally used some
Nailed
gifs. I saw what you're doing. I was like, oh, you sneaky bastard.
The trick with the E is if he posts a gif of a character, it's just that character. It's not like whatever the character's saying or doing that is the reaction. It seems like that's not it. He's just saying this person, look at them, they're important. Ignore what they're saying. That's the
Yes,
trick
I
of it.
do find it very amusing to literally put the answer in front of someone and have them completely miss it.
Yeah, any random reaction that E has to anything, assume that's a secret hint about something that he's doing soon.
I see you've played with my GMing style before, Bentham. Did you play Layla?
Don't toy with my heart, E.
I mean,
miss Layla.
we worked out those hints eventually.
I think that's it. Oh, well, now I'm on
Also, you could also support just by being here. That in itself is awesome, and we love it. And also supporting us on the social medias and that kind of thing, tweeting about us, telling your friends. Also, it's really cool when you tweet about getting merch. We love those.
That is actually really cool to see people wearing physical objects of the show. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's awesome.
It's so cool. I'm excited. I think we've gotten people who have purchased just the Roll Fort logo ones, which is really neat. I saw that Caldy posted a picture, and that purple one looks really pretty, like that nice fabric.
Yeah.
They have lots of really nice fabrics, and when you look through there, you can kind of pick and choose what kind of type of shirt you want, what colors you want. So really, definitely dig deep whenever you're picking your shirts. I know someone asked like, oh, I didn't see any Zippo hoodies. It's because you have to choose in the drop down the Zippo hoodie option, which I think is like the pullover one. So definitely look at the drop downs, because they do have different shirt types and options for you with different colors as well.
We might have given you too many options.
We did slim the color options down because obviously some designs don't look good with certain colors.
Oh god,
so.
I just got a massive alert. Apparently there's a hype train incoming.
Oh no.
You have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes. I haven't fully read what this is about, but apparently that's a thing. We've got a level 1 hype train. Okay.
Okay, so this is subs, gifts, and bits that bring us up
to get to the next level,
levels.
and it's in the next
60%
like 5 minutes
to
after
level
it's triggered.
2.
Okay.
Hype train at 60%, Captain.
I can't get any more, Captain. I just don't have the bits.
Let me help you with that.
That is the only way I want hype trains to be announced. Ever.
Damn it, Captain. I don't have the bits.
Hype train, engage.
I like the mods being like, hype it up. I don't know what to do, but do the things.
Hype train now at 62%.
The short answer is give us money. That's the short answer.
No, tips don't do it because tips go outside the Twitch ecosystem. Yes.
Sorry,
Hype
let me
train now,
rephrase that. Give
elevated
Twitch
to
money and we'll
82%.
get some of it.
Captain, shields are down to 82%, Captain.
Oh, that's too funny.
Okay.
People are like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what I'm doing either. That's the trick to just adulting, I think. Anyway, hi, welcome to Blades. We do stuff. It's dark. It's dystopian. Hopefully you're cool with that. If not, if there's a problem, feel free to take a cup of tea and take a rest. We're up to 93%. Okay, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that. Hot goggles as well. Use the hot goggles. Hot goggles, right? And better without glasses. You think?
What are we doing?
I don't know.
I'm trying to delay it so we can get to 100% and I can announce some sort of hype train too.
Oh, I see. Too bad.
That is
No.
how it'll work. Once you get one hype train, then you get another hype train.
So they're like buses.
Hype factor 8, Captain. Punch it.
Not like British trains, they'd be cancelled.
Yes,
Lauren's already in like a Marin mode. You can see the
I don't know what I don't know what you want right now. Just
Captain, we've reached hype train 2.
Broken
There
the
we
hype
go.
2 barrier.
What does that do though?
Actually, no, we're just
no
100%
idea.
hype train 1. We aren't on hype train 2.
like this is what
That's
I want
good.
to point out. No one knows what's going on.
It unlocks emotes of some kind, I think.
It does. It does.
So it says
All right,
says
so-
if you click the little arrow that drops down, it says completing level 1 requires combined support events totaling 10 tier 10 tier 1 subs or 50,000 bits. And then it tells us actually who was the top supporters, which was Warbus 2000 and Wolf
Oh, Shivers just tipped 5 tier 1 subs into the reactor, Captain.
And then it tells you what emotes that you can
So each level you unlock new emotes.
and then it says the next level 2 emotes that we can earn
Quattro
are,
put 5
But
tier
you
1
only
subs in
unlock
as
them
well.
if you participate in the hype train. And they're
Yes.
also not exclusive to this channel, they're for each channel.
Yeah.
We're
So,
up
like,
to
all channels have the
67%.
same
Captain, we're up to 67% of tier 2. Thanks
Okay,
to
I
Quattro and
just give
Chevres.
one more percent and then leave it forever. No, you ruined it. They ruined it.
75 isn't nice.
Lauren's like 69% and stay there forever.
Yeah.
No, we need to get to
Yeah,
hype
about-
train level 69.
Oh, there you go.
You'd be lucky.
And then just stay there forever.
What, stay 69ing forever? Seems like a lot of
Yeah.
work.
Probably, actually.
Might need to come to breathe at some point. Anyway. Hi, welcome to a very... It's a dark show. It's really dark. It's gritty.
It's so dark. It's so dark.
Yeah.
That's because we haven't turned the lights on.
I mean, literally, in the case of Blades, someone turned the lights off and we can't work out how to turn them on yet.
Guys, we need a ritual. How do you turn the sun back on?
Should we just play the game? Should we do that?
I don't know. I like making 69 jokes.
Don't
Sure,
worry,
okay.
I have plenty for later, I'm sure.
Okay. So, did you want to start with some roleplay, or do you want to go back into picking a score or something?
Where did we leave off?
You left off after your
We were
downtime.
learning.
You had
Yeah, we
spent
did.
a couple of weeks learning a ritual from Lord Skerlock.
Mm-hmm.
So we did that very stressful office.
I summoned a marching band. We murdered someone.
That was pretty
And then we
cool.
learned a stealth ritual.
It was fun.
Let me look.
And it was now.
I don't really think we had a lot of like jobs on the docket, so I feel like this is a time for us, other than blowing up a building, which I really don't think we should do right now.
Well, we did have quite a few jobs on the docket, but maybe some of them are not available to us now, like blowing up the building, or I think we did the weapons delivery one already for Ulf.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had lead the billhoods into a trap. I think we did that already.
You did that. That's where Edwine hid under a cart and got stressed.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carts are very stressful.
I know that Skurlock gave us some other options of killing people.
Yeah, I vote for literally a
that work.
job that doesn't involve intentionally murdering someone. Like, I understand someone might die in the process of doing a job.
If you
But I
want,
don't think we
there is a simple job available now from someone who you've literally only talked to once and isn't actually on your sheet as a contact yet.
Oh.
Oh,
Do you
met
remember
them?
Griswold?
Not really, no.
When you were doing a mission for the Circle of Flame, you went to Griswold to pick up the object you had to transport.
Yes.
yeah.
He's an antiquarian pawnbroker with a...
It's a weirdly specific niche.
Well, I wrote him down as pawnbroker, and I was like, how is he described? Antiquarian, I guess, because it's kind of the age, but yes, he's got a shop in Brightstone.
Wait, so does he do deal porn for old people or old porn?
Chess pieces! Chess pieces! PAWN.
Oh, pawn, not porn.
Pawn.
Got it. Erotic chess pieces.
I was really hearing porn the whole time.
I
did
was,
kinda sound like
but
you
I
were
knew
saying
that wasn't what
porn.
it was. But then I thought, no, hang on a minute. He's
Pawn.
near that cathedral. It could be either.
Yeah, you have to understand, like, within the context of this, the sex church, like, it made sense for my brain to go to porn and not pawn.
You know what? He's a
Mhm.
prawn
Sounded
broker
like he was
now.
saying
He
porn,
works
not
near the docks. He's just a prawn broker. Get your shellfish.
This makes more sense.
Wait,
but
so he
also-
deals with antiquarian fish?
Yes, the fish of monocles. Hello, good sir. I would like to you just steal this artifact for me. Never take it back to the culture from which we got it.
These prawns were fished 200 years ago, but don't worry, they're mostly salt, so they can't go off.
So wait, Griswold wants us to do what exactly?
Griswold has a mission for you. If you wish to talk to him, he will tell you all about it. We can flash
Oh,
to
okay,
you
so we don't know
talking
what
to him
it
if you want. Yeah. Like, you
I
will
think
receive a
that's
message.
fine. I feel like we need to pick up some new jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go chat with Griswold then.
Okay, we see you in the back room of what is a very elaborate kind of pawn shop. In the front, there's just all these random bric-a-brac and stuff. But in the back, it's the accent, okay? The words are pronounced the same.
It
No,
sounds like porn.
I know. It's just a very unfortunate two words to have sound
It's because
the
the
same.
W, when you say like pawn, it doesn't sound the
Pawn.
same.
Sorry, I should
Porn.
say
It's probably like the
porn.
water situation.
Porn. Water.
When I was in the UK, I kept
Water.
saying, "Can I have some water?" And they're like, "What?"
Water.
And then I was like, "Can I have some water?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, I got you."
We drop T's all the time, though. I don't know what that was about.
I don't.
Were you in the south at the time?
Where were we? Josh, were
That
we-
one, you had a
we were-
problem, you were in the south.
We were
'Cause
in
I wasn't
London,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's south. Yeah. In the north, that wouldn't be a
You
problem.
were there too, Bentham. Actually,
I feel like you could just call this person like a fence.
A
Okay.
specific
No,
kind
just
of
keep-
fence.
It's
So in the front, it's a lot of bric-a-brac, but it's mostly like historically oriented. There are some texts, etc. Some of you, especially Papa, might like glance and be like, some of these are definitely fake. But he does take you through to the back, opens a little like gate that there is, effectively pulls you through and shows you into the back room where there are a lot more interesting things. Along the walls, different types of weapons from all different cultures. There are some little stone objects with little hieroglyphics or runes on them. There are a few different scrolls and cases. And he sort of sits down. He's like, "Tea? Tea? Would you like some tea?"
no.
Oh, no tea. Okay. Right. Scones. Scones. You want scones? Yes.
I remember you now. Yeah. No, thank you.
No.
Okay.
Wait.
But you mentioned last time we were here that you had something that we might be able to help you with, and we are here to learn about it. Get
Yes.
things done for you.
Learning.
So what is
Learning's
it?
good. Right. Yes. I have someone who wants to sell me something.
also, I think every single time he goes to offer something, Ruby like goes to be like yes, but then someone else says no before she can say yes. Like, okay.
Who's like, aww, aww, every time. Yes.
Shouldn't we be talking to them then?
No. I need you to bring it to me.
Oh, delivery! Are we good at these?
Have you?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes, this is specifically what we were set up to do.
I thought you were at churches.
I've visited churches. I am devout in some senses. But
I look
that's-
at him like, really?
There's no, churches are not our thing. Moving things from place to place without any particular attention is what we're good at.
Yeah, last time I was in a church, I left by a window.
Why?
I forgot.
Churches are neither our specialty nor our. They just sometimes jobs happen in churches. What do you want?
Oh, yes.
I feel like there's just a very long staring contest between the two of them.
He's just like nonplussed, and he's like, "Oh, that was a question." Yes. You must pick the thing up for me, and then bring it here.
What? What's the thing?
Where is it, and why can't anyone else do this?
Is it large? Is it heavy? Is it explosive? Is it contraband? So it's not its size or its weight. Why do you need someone to pick it up for you?
It's valuable.
It needs protection on the way. Someone else will be after it.
Really? Also, import tax. Very high.
There it is. Okay, I'm on board.
You're on board? Yes, yes, yes.
Who are we picking up from? Do
Oh.
we know them? Do you know them?
I will pull a name off the Patreon name list. I was hoping that
Are
there'd
we
be like
also
a new name.
stealing
There isn't a
it,
new name
or an actual pickup? I think is what this question is.
So, does the seller know they are selling it?
yet. It is Elric Leap.
Elric Lieb.
What did you say?
Elric Leap.
Alec?
Elric.
Elric.
Yes. That one.
Lieb.
Leap.
Lieb.
Leap.
First name?
Elric.
Second name?
Why is this so difficult?
Just making absolutely sure. And who is Lieb?
Elric.
Just like, leave? You want us to go?
Where can we find this fellow?
Okay, I will bring up the map. Shouldn't use that one. And again, you are outside of Crow's Foot for this, so we'll be using the Doskvol map.
Mm.
Do. On the other side of Brightstone, almost next to the Lost District.
We're going to the Lost District. Okay, cool.
Lost District.
Is that where we went to the gate?
The gate,
No.
you know, is up here somewhere.
Okay. It
Like
is
there,
on
I
the.
think.
It was on the northern shore.
It was like
but
Death
very
Lines.
far away. Okay,
Yeah, it was like
good.
over here.
We are staying inside the barrier, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
He goes outside the barrier and he fetches stuff and brings it in. And I buy.
Wonderful. That sounds
we-
very profitable for you.
Hey, we've done this before. This will be easy.
Are you providing any of the exchange of coin, or is that going to be
I've said coin ahead already.
excellent?
Well, how much coin are you going to be tossing our way? That's the question.
A simple job, 2 coin.
I look at everyone else.
What could go wrong?
Don't see too many
I
That's
feel
an
like
actual
that's
que-
the smash cut to whatever goes wrong.
Yeah.
That will depend on
Oh, no,
your role, I guess.
And one is like, yes, what could go wrong with this?
All right.
No, Marin looks over at Edwine. Don't mess with whatever it is in any capacity.
Do we get to know what it is? It could help with transport.
He's asking Griswold, I'm assuming.
Mhm.
I'm just curious. I like to know things.
He leans in really close, like he's got like his eyes almost right up to your nose.
The
He's a little bit
Edwin
short.
leaning back in time with his face.
There's a chair like. He's not that tall, so he like gets to the full extent of how far he can lean over the desk and has to stop. Pulls down a monocle. It's some jade statue. Pulls out another monocle, puts it on his other eye.
Where's my stuff? I mean, I could just.
It's pat across his arms.
Well, then that seems to be settled.
Okay,
So-
Jade's easy enough. Just don't drop it.
No, don't drop it. It'll be bad. If you break it, you bought it.
Just
I hope
saying
it's-
it better not turn out to be magical and do weird magic things while we're trying to move it. Had enough of that.
Mm-hmm. Collector wants it. Hey, lots.
Excellent news. Yes. I don't think we need much more information. We will need a time, and then we can be off.
Oh, tomorrow night.
Right here?
Go. Over the other side of the river.
Don't
No,
worry,
I meant
we
when,
have room.
when do you want the package back to you?
Oh, just bring it here and ring the bell. I live upstairs.
Okay.
Seems straightforward enough.
Compared to what we've been up to recently.
Yes, it'll be a nice change of pace.
I can see things looking up already.
Don't say that. Marin walks up and leaves.
It's less about things looking up and more about just keeping a low profile for a while.
As everyone's leaving, I just kind of lean into Griswold and I'll be like, I'll take one of those scones to go.
I was actually going to say, like, as you lean in to say that and say I'll take one of the scones to go, you feel like a pressure in your hand, and he's already passed you a scone in like a little paper towel, like just pushed it into your hand. Oh, there you go. Don't worry.
Awesome.
Right there. Second one. It gives you a second one as well.
He must really want us to eat those if he ignored the fact she said scone when she handed them over.
Yeah, I know.
Perfect.
It's okay. She says water, so.
Wata? I didn't say wata.
Okay. You have a job.
Yay! Now let's see if we can actually do it. Because that's a whole nother thing.
I guess we'll see what the dice say. But are we going
That's
to pick
true.
up more jobs, or should we just go straight for this one?
I think we can just get this one done.
Yeah.
Be nice.
I think I think this
Yeah.
seems
Then healing clocks can carry over to the next downtime.
hopefully with the intention that none of us get hurt or do more than take some stress.
That's a lot of caveats.
It's a lot of caveats. We nearly got away, in fairness, nearly got away with assassinating a spirit warden with only one person getting physically injured, and I was very close to not. So
You were
the
almost
die-
gonna die though.
I did not die. I was
We
quite
all-
surprised.
We all came within a hair of taking more trauma.
But
yeah,
no one
we
hit
all
under a
had
cut.
one stress left before we all got another trauma.
Hmm.
Anyway, hopefully we don't end up in that position this time. I think we should go steal a thing. Go transport a thing. We're not even
Smuggle a thing.
You said the thing is like this big. Is it
Yeah.
one load
One
worth, or
load.
is it?
You could
heavy?
hide it perfectly on your person. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. All right, well, we are gonna head on then. I would assume we would take the canals up if our barge is fixed.
Yeah, the barge is
Well,
fully
also,
fixed,
we
right?
get to try out our new special ability for our crew.
Which one's that?
We
Forged
need
in
to for
fire.
this. Oh, the new ability. I thought you
Our
were saying
forged in the fire one, right?
Yeah.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
assuming anyone makes a resistance roll, it'll come up. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, the plus
That's
one to all resistance rolls.
Also, we
Mhm.
found out, you all, the Blades in the Dark, if you use the Roll20 sheets, they even have like sections where you can add your dice for like
you
I
have
forget
global
global
modifiers.
when you have
modifiers and
resolve
stuff.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like you can get your bonus dice without having to like remember it every single time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Fantastic sheets. The best sheets
Just
on
change the
Roll20.
settings.
Right, in which case you are going to approach with your little barge, and then you're going to try and get back to as close as you can to Griswold's, and then just pop off.
I think so. Yeah, because we fixed the Argol barge, so
We probably want to, like, when we land up that way, like, make sure that the barge isn't somewhere. Wait, make it more discreet where we land it.
Our barge has camouflage when it's
Yeah.
perfectly
Yeah.
concealed when it's at rest.
So, in which case, simple engagement roll.
Who wants
Light
to do the
load.
engagement roll?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay.
I will send Naden, Marin will send Naden out ahead just to like scout the area to see if Naden spots anything.
Give me a roll for Naden. If it's a proper like successful one, it'll give you a
5.
not enough to really give you a full extra dice, but I'll give you a bit of information.
Cool.
Okay.
The lightning barrier up there is relatively well guarded, but there's no reason for you to get that close to the lightning barrier. Like those two big towers are relatively close in terms of most of the towers around, and each of those big towers is full on defended. Like there's a little like squad of Imperial kinds of some sort. You
Can't
don't
wait
need
till
to
we get the job. Blow up one of those lightning towers.
The smaller ones aren't. The smaller ones aren't defended. They are just relays, effectively.
Oh no.
But it does appear that there's like a little shelter on this side of it, with a few bits of fabric over some sort of scaffold frame and a few like provisions out front.
Cool.
Which
So if
seems to be the
we
meeting
cause
place.
too much of a scene, we might attract some attention.
That's entirely possible. Yeah.
Okay.
Marin passes that information on. It says, but Naden didn't see anything directly troubling us.
All right. Let's be discreet then.
Does anyone have any friends they're gonna ask for the engagement roll, or is it just one dice?
I don't have any friends that would be helpful, I don't think. I don't know if anyone else does.
Not unless this involves the wraith. No, it's the wraiths are the
Rise are a group of thieves.
the thieves.
Yeah.
So not unless it would involve anything that they would know about, because it's the closest connection I have.
One dice then.
Except
And I'm assuming it doesn't
hidden
have anything to do with
caveat.
ghost fields.
-1 dice.
Are we against?
No.
This operation is not
Dark
particularly
arts.
bold or daring. So what are we on? 0 dice?
0 dice.
Oh.
2 6s. Oh,
5 and a
6.
6.
How
Wow.
did that even work?
Take that, 2s.
Not bad.
Wow.
Not bad. Even
What is
though...
this luck that we have?
Okay. So I think what happens is that you get to the meeting point with absolutely no problem. You manage to moor the boat not too far away. You find this little makeshift encampment on this side of the fence. There seems to be a man there. He's got a kind of almost khaki type of shirt on, a little neckerchief thing, a very well
normal
clipped
load.
beard. Normal load. Anyone else?
Like,
I guess
Yep.
honestly,
Right.
a heavy load wouldn't be a bad idea. Is there any reason why?
Depends if you're stealthing past patrols or guards at any point.
Yeah,
Up to you.
Final
I'll go
section
normal.
is on foot.
sure. I'll take normal.
Normal. Papa's on light.
Yeah,
Load.
normal.
Normal.
yeah, like.
Light. Okay. Standing there, seemingly just bent over a little campfire, occasionally poking a few things. You approach. You have a quick conversation that goes relatively well. He's like, "Ah, welcome. You're from Griswold, yes?"
Yes, indeed.
Who's asking? I'm paranoid, so
Oh, Elric Lieb. Nice to meet your acquaintance.
I shake his hand.
Oh, that's how you say the name.
Yes. Anyway, I've been paid already. Here's your little statue. Hands over like a little bit of swaddling cloth that's just wrapped around this thing. You can see kind of, it's thin enough that you can see a little green inside. Hands it over.
I snag it.
Little
Make
bit
it
of mist
disappear.
starts to form around because it's the edges of the city, making visibility a little bit more difficult. But you're
And then
close enough that
I hide it.
fine. Okay, you just disappears onto your person. No one's exactly sure where it went.
I lean
Easy
in and
enough.
you know about this stuff. Anything we need to be wary of while transporting it? Consider where you got it from.
Well, didn't exactly get it from reputable sources, if you understand. Be careful of Bluecoat patrols or whatever.
Is that?
Is that all? Is it that simple?
Did you expect something more difficult? Don't worry. As he says, don't worry, there's a bang. As his outstretched hand, you see like a little red hole. And then he kind of like looks down, red stain forms on his chest, and he sort of collapses sideways.
Not Elric Lieb.
Mm-hmm.
I was so emotionally attached to you as a human being.
Yep.
Wow, guys.
Does he look?
I just-
Does he look like savable? Is there anywhere where we can like drag him into someplace like
Also,
cover?
like as soon as there's a gunshot, Marin's gonna try and figure out where it came from.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
so
gonna
what
try to
happens-
grab
looks around
him
like,
and
was that one
and
us?
take him to cover.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
In which case, we'll go through these quick questions in order.
If I can, and I think it's an NPC, so probably not. But if I can help him with the reaction, so basically make it so that maybe the shot hits something else.
You
could
weren't
resist
aware
on
of the
that.
shot, so you could try to resist it with insight, I guess, to be aware of it before it goes off. But that would be the only way you
I'm
could
not good at-
resist, really.
I'm not good at insight stuff. Well, I have 2 dots in study.
All right,
Or
here's
no.
the thing. I could try and resist it with insight. Because I
Okay.
would be rolling 4 dice.
Okay.
But I don't know if I care enough about this NPC to do it.
I mean, I can roll forward insight resistance.
You're kind of like our watch out person,
could-
so that does make sense actually. Like while we're doing the talkie talk.
You mean Edwine's more of your stand in the way of every bullet that happens?
No. I
Yeah.
think she's talking about Marin as the
Oh,
lookout.
okay.
Yeah.
I stand in front of bullets. Marin tells us where the bullets are coming from.
And then me and Josh just try to do stuff. Do
Okay.
fill in the gaps.
Yeah, I guess.
I
Sometimes
just
to our
feel like you're
detriment.
good or bad about this description of our team. So I guess it's less about him getting shot and more about us getting surprised. Us
Yeah.
getting ambushed, is that a consequence that can be resisted?
Yes, you getting ambushed could be a consequence to be resisted. It'd be an insight to be able to like know you're about to be ambushed, like see something just before it
I
happens.
think in this instance, my special armor counts because it'd be resist a consequence of surprise.
Yes.
Okay, then I will expend my special armor to resist the consequence of being surprised. by
Okay,
these
in which
people.
case, what happens then is that you're constantly aware, and you hear like this conversation going on, and something prickles in the back of your neck. You can feel like your hair begins to stand on end. Some of your feathers stand on end. You realize that that's from Nadine, obviously. And then you start to
Yeah, I
filter
feel
out-
like Naden is looking around and
My feathers feel pokey.
Yeah. You start to filter out the conversation, and it sort of goes down to that kind of level of like muted, and you start focusing on the sounds around you. You can hear the crackling of the lightning barrier, and then you hear a click, 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 click. And you can hear the sound of a rifle being primed. Just in time, you can shout to everyone, push them to the side as there's a bang! Bullet flies straight past you, and seems like it would have clipped Ulrich Lieb if you didn't shout at the right time.
yeah, Marin's just like, sniper, get down!
I'm
Everyone,
gonna
like, just react
Shove
quick enough.
someone to the
grab-
ground.
I'm gonna grab Eldrick and yeah.
Yeah, you tackle Ulrich to the ground. Marin turns. The bullet clips just straight past Marin, almost like it was going to like hit her straight in the shoulder. Okay. Rui's covering Elric, pushing him to the ground. What is everyone doing generally in this instance?
Trying
Murmuring.
to find the shooter.
We don't have a good
Same.
history with snipers.
I'm trying to protect the statue that we have and also Eldrick.
Okay, yeah,
Right, if you want to focus on the statue, I can focus on Elric.
Okay, that sounds good.
sure. In which case, both two of you don't need to make any action. There might be like a resist that comes up, but mostly you're going to be good and safe, provided you're covering your things. Marin, Papa, if you want to make hunt, sounds like it. You could possibly
Yeah.
survey.
If I use hunt, do you want to help me, Papa?
Yes.
I think that makes the most
Yeah.
sense.
Papa is gonna like make sure the way ahead is clear and keep an eye out and stuff.
Okay.
Thanks,
Risky
Goddamn snipers.
standard?
Risky standard.
Okay. I don't know if I want to push myself just yet, but I wouldn't mind getting ahead of this sniper.
It's up to you. Do you have stress at all?
I have no stress, and I'm rolling 1 bonus die from
Go
Papa's
for it.
help.
I say go for it.
That's 3 dice total. I'll push myself, so I'm rolling 4 dice
Okay.
to attempt to locate the sniper
Hmm.
before they do anything. And I get a 6!
Okay.
Nice.
With a 6, you just about like start peering through. The mist is a little bit like back and forth. You do spot them.
How far away are they?
They're on the other bank.
Ooh, they're all the way across the river.
You see a glint of metal, the aim of a rifle. It parts just enough that you can see an outline of a single lone figure with a very long rifle.
Prompts to Marin's hearing for hearing that clicking.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what I think it was? It was probably Naden that
Yeah.
heard it, and then Marin was like, "Did I hear that? Doesn't
You
matter."
triangulate it between the two of you.
Yeah. Did they have a nicer rifle than I do?
Maybe. You can't tell at this distance, but it's quite possible. Or maybe an ability.
Marin has a moment. She points out this person to Papa, and I think, what would be better than trying to shoot at them? Because I have a feeling like she's gonna have a limited effect if she tried to shoot from here with her fine rifle.
Yes, you'd be limited effect.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing, is that he's probably got like an exquisite one. Would be something that could like conceal us in some way, or this is when she looks to Edwine and his bandolier of smoke grenades and other things. Not that I think we can lob one across the river, but
Oh, I can smoke grenades so he can't see us.
that being said, we don't necessarily care about Elric, so we could also split up as a group. If we split, like he's one. I only saw one shooter, right?
You saw one shooter.
So theoretically, if we split and one person, like, you know, we smoked bomb ourselves and then just went 2 different directions, he might not be able to take both of us. We just wouldn't be able to resist for each other as easily.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Elrich if he knew of a way out. But I think Papa still had a different role that he needed to make.
No, Papa was assisting
Papa was
Marin.
helping.
So like you
Okay.
tackle Elric to the ground and you sort of like tell him like immediately like, how do we get out of here? And he's like,
Yeah.
I have a way into the Lost District. I don't tend
Nope.
to need to go there in an emergency.
Nope, to the boat.
I think we're better off getting to our boat.
Okay. Does it look like we have a direct path to our boat, or?
Yeah, it's barren land over here mostly. There seems to be like a lot of crushed ruins of houses that have been basically like bulldozed, smashed over to make way for an empty terrain so that there is a clear field of fire from any of the towers at anyone who tries to attack them. But ultimately it's pretty much open ground.
Okay.
Right.
I will look at him and be like, "Why you head that way?" And then I look at
No, I'm gonna go back to where I came from. You've got the thing, I've got my money.
I nod, and I look over to Edwine and say, "Well, let's go."
Right, shall I smoke grenade the place?
You may do so.
I feel like it's not a bad idea, but we're all probably going to have to resist the effect of the smoke grenade, depending on if you can throw it.
Like, theoretically, I could throw it just in between the shooter and us, so there's
Yeah,
a cloud of
that'll
smoke
be a
blocking
roll.
us, but we're not in amongst smoke.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be ideal.
It'll be a roll. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Don't fail.
Let's do it.
So
I'm guessing it's a wreck.
I was confused on throwing grenades.
Sometimes I feel like
throwing
it's
grenades is wreck.
But I think it's wreck, yeah.
Yeah. Because it always describes wreck as like destroy something, blah blah blah, and also throw grenades or something like that weird, doesn't it? Yeah, if you want to make a wreck roll.
Carefully applied sabotage.
Should I do anything with this? Oh, what's the position and stuff going to be?
Risky.
And
Standard.
okay.
Yeah, so wreck is create distractions and chaos,
There
which
we
I
go.
think is the case of what this falls under.
Definitely.
Attempting to make a distraction.
I'm going to push for an extra die.
I like how that wreck has both savage force or carefully applied sabotage.
Not
This
One
are
way or
like-
another,
Picks.
you break the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
4. I only just managed to get not a fail. Fun.
As you throw the grenade, you have to kind of stand up just enough that there's a glint of the metal. And although the mist is kind of making it difficult to see you, the shooter manages to use that to try and like find your position. And I'm going to make a roll to see if the shooter can distinguish targets.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Oh, come on! Triple sixes?
Bye, Ulrich.
I'm about to get shot.
No. The shooter can distinguish targets very
What is-
well.
No.
What is
no,
the
no.
resist?
Resist
Yeah, it's
by
like, when
shouting
can
and
resist?
waving your arms.
So that will be
Yeah, whatever-
upgraded because the shooter got a perfect shot. So Marin,
Yeah, that's fair. All right, what's happening?
as you manage to see this person and you start moving, you hear a click, and then a very gentle silence and a bang from Naden. Bullet comes straight towards you,
mean, I did
smashes
spot that.
into the side of your leg, taking your knee completely out.
I would like to resist this.
You have armor?
I do have
I
armor.
mean, if you want, I can step in and resist.
It's level 3 harm. If you choose to resist, you can reduce that as you wish.
I'm gonna mastermind this as well because
Ah.
I can protect you. I'm like,
Like,
You also-
here's the thing though, he shot
You
at
could
her,
use
so
armor.
I'm not thankful. I don't have a trauma yet, but I would be very close to just trying to murder him. I can. So wait, can we multi-level? If I expend my regular armor and then, sorry,
You can spend regular and heavy if you wish.
good, but then I would not be able to pull out a weapon, so I don't want to do that.
Okay.
You have mastermind. Can we combine those together?
I can spend my special armor to defend you, to protect.
And that would drop it down to level 1.
That just
That was a question for EE because I assume
oh, yeah,
each
right.
expenditure resists
Yeah,
it
each
by 1 level.
expenditure reduces it a normal. Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm gonna roll a resistance for the last level.
Sure. How did you mastermind this, Papa?
Okay,
what
no,
did you do
we-
previously to set up some sort of way to mitigate?
no. He mostly just looked at the weather and timed it so that it would be extremely misty when we made the crossing. It's like
An extra
and-
swirl of mists makes it
Oh,
look
the
like
weather's
there's
particularly bad.
for a
So, like,
moment.
as he does this final aim, and you hear there's a of thunder.
Yeah.
Rain starts to pour down, and as he fires, he hasn't compensated for the extra humidity and so on. And the bullet misses your
Winter
knee, but
high.
does impact your calf. Do you want to put armor on the calf as well?
Yes. So I'm
yeah,
gonna
it
expend my
bounces
regular
off,
armor.
like the armor you've got on your calf, hitting you hard, causing you to tumble over. You just take level 1 grazed.
What is the resistance roll for that? Prowess or insight?
It will be prowess because it's a physical thing. You're resisting with not armor then.
Can't you stack both?
You want to stack all 3 to ignore it completely.
Well, so there's no point in me doing the armor because otherwise I'm at level 1 and then I just take level 2 harm. So I
Okay,
either
yeah,
do one
sure.
or I do all
Yeah,
3.
you can. You can totally do that. In which case,
I'm trying to avoid taking harm because I have 1 tick on my progress clock and I'm hoping to get rid of all of my fucking wounds.
it'll be prowess. Yeah, it'll be prowess. Go
Headwine,
for it.
get to it. Jump in the way of all the bullets.
I'm
Then
still
Trying really
here in
hard.
reserve.
Puppy uses a marching band on the sniper.
Yeah, I have used my bandolier though, so I'm only 1 unit
I
of
take
armor
no
now.
stress.
You take no stress. Like,
She just shifts her calf slightly out of the way and then makes fucking eye contact with this person with her black eyes and it's just like, lucky I'm not vicious yet.
Marin, you would be very aware from that shot that they deliberately were trying to shoot you in the knee.
Oh, they're not trying to kill us. She mutters that they're not trying to kill us. Damn it.
But the grenade does go. Ting, 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 ting. Smoke fills the area in front of you, making it hard to see you for this area at least. When you get towards the boat, you'll be a bit more exposed, but at least where you are right now, very hard to see you.
Why the hell do they want us alive?
Because they want what we've got.
Presumably they're
They can get that off our bodies.
don't want the spirit wardens. Remember that dead bodies are a problem.
Okay, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's something we should keep in mind more often. Anyway, I'm just
I
going
feel like
to.
that was a pointed comment.
We should go and hide in the ruins and run between them at intervals. Yes?
So you're
Theoretically,
suggesting
they
going
don't
into
know
the
where-
Lost District?
There's ruins on the shore,
Yeah.
right?
Most of them
Okay.
are just completely like down to about maybe a foot or 2. They've been deliberately smashed down to try and avoid giving anyone cover. But there are
So
little
we'd just
bits
be
here
using
and
it
there.
we'd just be using it for cover, kind of.
Yeah,
Or
there are
trying to
little
do
bits.
it.
Like if you take your time and like duck behind everything, there is a little bit of cover.
A duck and weave. Alternatively, this could be my bounty hunter, as chat points out. But Marin doesn't. She doesn't think of that. I don't remember if the bounty on her head is alive or dead. It's presumably alive. I imagine most bounties are for
The
people.
bounty on your head is alive or dead, but it pays more alive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that is. That makes a lot.
That'll
more
occur
sense.
to her later. Right now.
Yeah. I totally forgot about that. That makes a lot of sense.
Honestly, when bullets are flying, it doesn't really matter who's shooting them as long as you avoid
No.
them, right?
Yeah, we're being shot at. Let's stop this.
I
Let's be
suggest
real.
group prowl.
Ruby thinks everyone's out to get them, so.
Yeah, I think a group prowl using ruins as cover. Like we probably leave the area of the smoke grenade, find the closest thing that we can hide behind, and then like wait for a moment.
I have time or would we have time to do a ritual?
We'd have to flash back to say that we did it.
No,
and
it
then
takes you a
spend
downtime action to do the ritual.
Okay.
Which we could theoretically do.
You could. You'd also have to spend stuff to do it, but you could do it.
That's
it is
true.
a roll.
There's a whole bunch of stuff that we have
I
to
think
do.
we're better off just doing a group.
Let's just do a normal, yeah.
Where we prepared it for this? It's smuggling, but that's what we do.
I will say for this, there's a 4-tick clock, but because you've already got a smoke grenade down, I'll say 2 ticks of the clock are already filled in. So you just need to get 2 more ticks to be able to get far enough away from your position that it'll be hard to snipe you again.
Okay, who wants to lead the prowl?
I have 2 in prowl. I've already started taking stress, so I may as well continue taking some stress until I'm at a point where it doesn't make sense. So I'm okay with taking a couple of failures. I have enough right now.
Well, does anyone else have 2 prowl?
It doesn't really matter because
It doesn't actually matter. If you want, I can lead it because currently I'm on 3 stress and I want to take at least 1 more before the end of the mission so that I can.
Sure. Yeah. Why don't you lead it? And then, because I'm sure
I'm in the same boat. I have 3 stress, so that's why I was like, I'm willing to.
And
lead it
remember
as
that
well.
people who are traumatized will take stress in the downtime anyway if you don't de-stress.
So you want to have the right. Yeah. Okay. So Edwine's gonna lead it. We're all gonna.
In effect.
Which makes sense because you threw the grenade. So.
Standard, risky.
Risky standard.
I'll assist you if possible.
You're doing it as a group.
Yeah,
it's a team.
during group.
Oh yeah, it's a group
All of us
thing.
will
Never
take
mind.
the highest result.
You can push yourself during group though, right?
If you want, it's not really
When you're
often worth it. You're throwing
Yeah,
enough
push
dice
yourself
as a
for that
group.
extra stress.
I got a 6.
You normally need to declare if you're pushing yourself before you start rolling, just because otherwise you can determine from other people's rolls what you're going to do. Because it's a
I did
big
not
roll,
push myself. I
No, I
actually rolled
didn't.
2 dice.
So just hit a normal roll here, and
Okay. I would push myself for sure because I need to.
sure, okay.
I
in which
know.
Remember,
case-
it's a group roll though, so we're gonna take the highest. So
Yeah, but potentially if we're done, then if we do this properly, then we're out, right?
yeah, the only reason to push yourself is if you think it's a better chance that you will get a 6 than anyone else. Pushing yourself
For
in a
me,
group roll is not
it's more so that when I go to downtime and I get rid of my stress, that I'm not, I don't overindulge.
Listen, I gotta stress myself out here.
I have a different issue, which is a
Whatever
whole nother
choice you would
problem.
like to do, please feel free to roll.
Okay.
In future, bear in mind that as soon as anyone starts rolling for the group roll, anyone who says I am pushing has to push. Anyone who hasn't
I
declared
didn't
I'm pushing.
think
Yeah,
about it.
give
I didn't
us a
think about
moment.
that. I just hit the button because I didn't
Yeah,
think it
he just went
mattered.
too fast, I think, is ultimately the problem.
Okay, you take 3
Ooh.
stress, Edwine.
Oh, we get a 6.
Everyone moves very badly, especially Ruby and Papa.
And I
I
push
feel like
myself.
Marin is just like having a conniption. She's like, stop it.
Yeah, as leader, I'm just like this way. I take 2 steps and trip over some masonry and fall on my face.
And then I'm making sure that everything is behind a wall except my head.
Yep. However, Marin does
Marin keeps
manage to
pulling
coach you
people
well
further
enough
down.
and pulling people down, pointing out the
Yeah,
cover.
Ruby keeps like looking up as
that
she's
you
going.
manage to just about get far enough away and time enough passes that the snipers probably had to move because sounds like that make a lot of sound in Brightstone. There are bluecoats around. They probably had to move. You can almost see like through Nadine's eyes that the person has sort of disappeared from where they were. You didn't see them disappear. Mist got in the way,
But they're not
but they're
there.
definitely not there anymore. However, I will tell you now, that is not the main drawback of this mission. That was because you started the clock 2 sessions ago. That's not actually related to the mission. The mission problem that is risky is you are currently in the ruins. Ruby, your power kicks off. You are instantly aware that there is a supernatural entity. There, in fact, are several, all very weak. But
I grab the closest person to me, pull them in, and I'm like, there's something here.
they seem to be now being drawn to you by the violence that was happening.
It's coming.
Let's not be here anymore.
You can see pebbles on the ground near you start like teetering a little bit, floating up and falling over. Gravel starts to cascade. Bits of masonry start floating off the wall and then
We
falling to
would
the
like
ground.
to run very, very fast.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, this was why I was like, maybe we shouldn't use the ritual that, puts us more into the ghost field around the ruins filled with possible ghosts. Hard to
Yeah.
say. Didn't seem like a great idea.
Sounds fun to me.
Well, we didn't, so we're fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
good plan out. Good work.
So you want to try and run from them?
Run to our boat, yes, as quickly as possible.
Okay. Running from ghosts is more difficult, but you are pretty close to your boat, so it'll be a 4-tick clock, but you'll be limited effect because you're trying to run through ruins, whereas ghosts can just be like, "Hey, I'm going straight through everything."
That makes sense. Do we have anything? Do we want to just do a group? Is this prowl or is this something else?
Prowling wouldn't really do much. This would be you just running straight away. So let me have a look at.
I
your
think that
sheets.
actually still falls under prowl. No, hunt
says-
includes like climbing, so it might be.
Yeah, Prowl says traverse obstacles.
Yeah, prowl
Yeah,
is
it's
traverse
obstacles.
probably
Sounds
prowl. Probably still prowl. Yeah, traversing.
Yeah, because
obstacles.
prowl is climbing, swimming, running, jumping. Yeah.
Yeah,
Prowl-
climbing, swimming, run, jump, and tumble.
Should we do a
ambush.
group one again?
We'll have lots of dots in it.
Yeah, I'm good with the group one though. This time I don't want to lead because
Yeah,
3
Ruby,
stress
do you
would
want to lead it?
trauma me.
Or did you
this
push?
time? I don't want to lead either.
All right, well then I will
I'll
lead
do
it this
it. I'll do it. I will lead.
Okay.
Do you have any stress right now?
Only got 2.
You too. Okay. I mean, I only have two too. so
Is
it's
anyone pushing?
No, I'm not pushing this.
Nope.
fine.
Cool.
Oh, we're limited effect. Shoot. It might behoove us to push to increase the effect, but then that's always tricky with a group roll because it's contingent on the person who gets the success to have been the one to push for the improved effect.
I'll say you can
Yeah.
choose if you want to like take a
That
6
would be
limited
you
or a
then,
5.
Lauren, because you have the highest prowl of all of us.
I think I'm the only one who rolls 2 dice, right?
Yeah.
So odds are with me rolling the success, but that's not necessarily true. Do we want?
I will push for effect. Yeah, let's do that.
Because even if we get a success on a limited effect, a 6 will get us 2 ticks, a 5 and a 4 will get us 1 tick, and a 1 to 3 will get us nothing.
If you have Spirit Bane charms, you can whip them out as well. That'll slow the ghost down a bit, chasing you.
I do have one of those.
I have Spirit
Ew.
Bane charms.
Yes, we should do that.
Yep. The Spirit Bane charm is not particularly powerful at your tier, but these aren't powerful ghosts. So it will slow the ghost down. If you all tick off your Spirit Bane charm, it will slow them down, chasing you enough that your potency will go up.
I don't think
Okay,
I have
which
one.
This is a Spirit Mask, is that
Spirit
right? Or no,
Spirit Bane Charm.
Spirit Bane
Spirit Bane
charm.
charm.
Spirit Mask is for controlling spirits specifically.
I have
Whisper.
a Demon Bane charm.
Yeah, I don't
No.
think Whispers have them.
I don't have anything. The best I've got is arcane implements, which everyone has.
Oh, I have a Spirit Bane charm. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Do you
Right.
want it? I can hand it to you.
No, I've got mine.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
anyone who's a
also-
Spirit
I
Bane
don't have
charm
one.
can tick it off. It'll give you potency on this roll.
Okay.
Excellent.
So that means I'll
That
be
means-
rolling
Standard effect.
standard effect.
That
Okay.
effect.
I'm not pushing myself. Risky. Standard. I'm hit and roll.
Mm-hmm.
Another 6!
And another 6.
Oh, it's too bad. That is a good.
Is it-
This is like.
Is it limited for me?
Yes, unless you've ticked off a Spirit Bane charm.
Yeah.
You take 2 stress,
Okay.
but Papa and Marin manage to lead the group well enough as they start legging it, just full-on parkouring. Occasionally you see Ruby and Edwine tumble behind you, but you go back, you manage to drag them, pull them forward.
I'm
and
actually
just
looking
chase.
back to see if I can see the spirits.
No.
Ruby's like trying to pull out one of her bottles.
Yeah.
Ruby, you left
I'm
your
like
bottles at home.
preparing
Oh,
for
no.
potential needs to, you know,
Potential
Capture.
need.
yeah, potential needs, you know.
Okay.
Pepper's just
You have
gonna
potency,
grab
so
her
that ticks
hand.
off 3 ticks on the clock. So you're very close to getting to your boat. You're almost there. It's right in front of you.
Okay, one more. I can lead
One
this one.
more. Can you do another, Papa?
I can lead this one. That's fine.
I could do another as well.
Well,
I would also like to take some more. This is where we're like
okay.
stressed right now because I'm gonna have to.
rock, paper, scissors.
No, that's fine. You do you.
Okay.
You,
That's unless. Yeah,
Marilyn.
'cause I'm gonna stress and heal. Those are my plans for my downtime action.
Okay.
So
Perfect. So risky standard if we have a spirit bane charm or no?
Risk is down if you have a spirit rain, yeah.
Okay.
Are they reusable?
Yeah, they last.
Okay.
Right.
I'm risky limited.
Ooh. No, never mind. I have to
Yeah, you
take the
got the
lowest,
lowest.
so it's actually a 1.
okay, you get a 5.
Yeah, I didn't fail.
Okay, you take 1 stress, and you get a partial success, so you do get to the boat. However, what I think happens is that the ghost gets you just as you get to the boat. You all kind of collapse in, and then there's this huge gust of wind and ethereal energy that blasts out over you, pushing the boat a little bit down and into the channel. The boat is going to be damaged.
No.
Does that mean we can't move?
No, it's just damaged. It just means you'll need to repair it or it will stay damaged between scores.
I'm gonna-
But
Well, I don't know how damaged it currently is. That's why.
It was fully fixed.
Okay. All right.
We spent a lot of energy fixing the boat the last time.
All right.
I
thank
can
you.
resist
You
that.
can make a 4-tick clock, which is repair the.
Can we
Argle
resist
barge.
it?
Yeah, I
can
want
if
to
you want.
resist it.
And there is a second consequence. The second consequence
Can
is.
I resist it with attune, like with like kind of?
I would say yeah. You can try and literally just force of will push them back.
Yeah.
They are not
Okay,
powerful,
there's
so
a
you can do
second
that.
consequence though. So what's that one?
The second consequence is who got the lowest roll there.
Me
Ruby.
probably got a
Yes.
1.
Ruby, yeah.
She got the one.
Ruby would take
Definitely
tier 1
failed.
harm, which would be cold, because
I'm
they
cold.
drain her body as they
Okay.
go over her.
All right. I will be cold, and I will try to push.
Make your what is it? Resolve.
Yeah.
It's a
resolve.
resistance, so it automatically resists the consequence of damaging the boat.
You just need
And
to
then
click
it's
resolve
so
to roll
much
it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm looking if I get.
The +1 is already built in because we already checked that on the sheet. So
Yeah.
I think you roll 4 dice right now. How many dots do you have in resolve?
I have 2, and then I also I have 2 of the first row,
Yeah.
and then I
And then you
have Iron Will, which gives me +1 resistance, and then I should be rolling 4.
You should be rolling 4 dice. It's
Yeah,
not.
so we'll see
four
how
then.
that
oh,
goes.
you've got Iron Will.
I have a Fine Spirit Mask. Will that help me at all?
Not on resistance rolls. That's not if controlling them. And it gives you potency
Okay.
on certain things, but not on resistance because no potency.
Okay. Then no bonus die. Woo, 6.
Take no stress.
You take no
Nice.
stress.
And you were giving me shit for taking the bottles out for future potential issues. See, I got it.
Damn.
We're like one day, where's Ruby? And then she's like in the ruins, like.
Ruby, do you want to resist the being cold as well?
Yeah.
Sure, if you'll allow it.
You can. You can make multiple resistance rolls. There's nothing to stop you.
Okay.
Did you have any ticks on your healing clock?
No, I have 1 tick.
Yeah, then you should definitely resist it.
Mm.
Sorry.
You take 1 stress.
5.
Nice.
I take 1 stress.
Yep. So what we see is like this rolling, like ethereal, mostly translucent row of 5 ghosts, which are mostly just hands and sort of wispy spirits in the middle, rush down at the boat. The 3 of you jump in. Ruby kind of falls over herself a little bit, turns round, and you see her eyes start to just glow a little bit and trail the smoke come off the edges. Holds her hand up, and the ghosts impact around her, and she just does not move. They just go bang off to the side. Like they suddenly hit an immovable object. And the rest of you are caught in this little gap between... A little bit of frost
Nice.
forms out to the side of you on the water, and the boat is fine.
Ruby, Marin definitely just kind of looks at Ruby and blinks a few times. Huh.
Ruby's still standing there, like not really sure what just happened.
I'm scrambling into the boat like, that was interesting.
Oh, you liked ghosts.
I don't know.
Everything
We should
in
get going.
moderation.
Was
So you're
impressive,
going to
Ruby.
leave.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's go drop the thing off.
Okay.
Yeah. Ruby starts taking out bottles in case. They keep out.
Anyone want to follow me?
Yeah, in case any of them want to fall. She's like taking out the bottles. She's taking out the lightning hook, like getting prepared.
Okay. And we flash forwards.
Okay.
You are in the study. No, sorry, it's nighttime. You're not in the study.
I'm just like holding the hook like.
You are in front of Griswold's Emporium. The lights are off. There's still people moving around. It never really hits proper night because it's always dark. But this is the nighttime cycle where more people sleep. Griswold's Emporium is in front of you.
We knock on the door, I
ring,
guess.
ring the bell. That's what he told us to do.
Bang, 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 bang. There's a little like wait, and then there's a little bit of light you can see from a window upstairs, like someone's lit a candle.
Yes.
Clunk, 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 clunk. Door opens a little bit. There's like 3 chains on it, and you see just a big nose and a wrinkled face, nightcap on his head, dressing gown in sort of a white and like baby blue, holding a tiny little candle. Yes?
Do you have a couple of coins handy? Because we've got what you need. And
Show me.
Ruby?
I pull out from a pouch the statue, still covered, and I hand it over. But I don't hand it full over. I wait. I like pull it back. Until he opens the door, lets us in.
Pushes the statue back to you, closes the door, and you hear a clink, 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 clink.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. He can't just take the statue without giving me money.
Come on.
Gave it back.
I know. That's what I said. I was like, I go in.
Sure, scones. Tea?
No, thank you. We're good, thanks.
I shake my head because the other one I ate was really bad.
It's actually not bad, actually. He makes reasonable money. His scones are decent.
Okay.
Tier 1 scones.
Well, when Pap is like, no, he kind of goes,
Okay.
he like looks at you and is like,
Fine, I'll take a scone if they're actually good.
he winks, walks into the back room,
Let's show it to you. Put it on the desk.
and starts lighting some of the oil lamps around.
I put it on the desk.
Yes.
So he actually takes the thing off of it. Do we see what the statue is then?
Yeah, it's a small jade figurine. Appears to be a woman, crudely carved. Arms in front of her, like that. Like a Dragon Ball Z thing. Sitting cross-legged.
Exquisite. Oh,
Yes, it is. Anyway,
How old is it?
Clink.
picks up money, disappears into pockets.
450 years? No. Sorry. No, it's more, much more.
Puts it in a safe. Closes the safe.
How much more?
1,000?
In the time scale of the...
That was before the shattering of the sun.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Oh,
Well,
that thing must have seen daylight.
If you need anything else, let us know.
Yes, here's your money. Take it.
Yep, Papa puts it away in the pockets and is just like, oh, I don't know how much you care about that Libe fellow, Eric. Anyway,
Elric Lieb.
that's what it was. Elric Libe got shot at. I don't know how much you care for that
shame.
man's life, but
Already paid him.
Pushes the scone.
Oh, he
little, like,
probably
pot
made it out of
jam,
there
little
alive.
bit of like butter towards Ruby.
I take some butter. I'm like eating my scone.
I think that's the moment where Marin, like, we see this sort of thought cross her mind, and she's like, Do you know any reason why Elric might be shot at? Or someone would be after this particular statue?
High prices. Very high
Hmm.
prices.
Oh. Of course. And that's all she says.
Do you know other pawnbrokers? With guns?
No, I just know other things with high prices.
Do you want guns? I have guns.
No.
Perhaps
we
another
have...
time. Are yours working or are they merely ornamental antiques?
Oh,
It's under his desk. Pulls out a
Okay.
huge blunderbuss.
yes, working.
Oh.
Yes.
Working antiques are less useful for me, but thank you.
Oh, not antique. Security.
Not quite as aesthetically pleasing as the display pieces you have.
That is why they're display pieces.
Do you mind if I roll my stash and see if I can afford anything in here?
Sure, go for it. Roll your lifestyle tier.
I got 1 dice for this.
No,
Damn it.
you could maybe afford one of the knockoff copies.
You can buy a scone.
It's not the
A
same.
lamp.
No. It's not.
A
It's not
lantern.
authentic. Then it's not. There's no point.
Oh, Papa's so sad. Marin
Don't
pats
say
him
it.
on the shoulder and says, someday you will be able to afford all of the strange, useless things that you want.
Yeah.
Or you'll be dead.
Yeah.
Strangely useful. They say that about me. Anyway, I need to go back to bed.
Good night.
And we take our leave.
Thank you. Come again.
You're done.
I
We did it!
distribute
We-
coin.
Yes, do. Oh, shit, we gotta roll an entanglement.
Well, apart from the part where we nearly died twice, that went pretty well.
Did someone add the coin to our stash already? In
No.
the group?
Yeah, it looks like it's been added.
Was that?
I
didn't
did.
add it. Okay.
Oh,
I
okay,
did.
good.
Yeah, we had nothing before this.
Yeah.
There, I wasn't paying attention.
Thought so.
Okay.
I just didn't want to interrupt the RP that was happening.
All right, what's our heat?
Firstly, your rep. You get 2 rep by default, plus 1 if the target's a higher score. It's a higher rep. They were technically tier 1 ghosts, so you do earn 3 rep total.
All right, I put it on there.
You get your 2 coin, which you've already done. Eat. It was contained. There were some ghosts. There was some shooting, but definitely not loud. I'd say just the 2 heat.
Oh my
All
goodness.
right, I put it on there. That's nice. That means we're rolling on a better part of the entanglements table.
How much
Yeah.
heat do you have?
We only have 2.
We have 2 heat, and it goes
Okay.
down to 1 after the entanglement.
All right. Who wants
Who
to
would
roll
like
the
to roll the
entanglement?
entanglement? Yeah.
During downtime.
Wait.
I'll do it. Whatever.
Haha.
I get a
Oh.
6.
6. Cooperation.
Ah, you're welcome.
A +3 status faction asks you for a favor. Agree to do it or forfeit 1 rep per tier of the friendly faction or lose 1 status. Who have you got a +3?
Who do we have a +3 with? The red sashes.
Red sashes
Are the
and someone
Only
else?
ones. That we have
Yeah.
a 3.
You're not a 3 on Lord Skurlock yet, so it's just the red sashes.
God.
We've had him asking enough
red
favors.
Sashes ask us to do a favor.
It's like someone shows up at our base and we're like, oh god, not again. And then it's a red session. We're like, oh, thank God, we've missed you so much.
Where have you been?
Give us a normal smuggling mission.
Oh, dang it. If we didn't have a +3 faction, we'd avoid entanglements right now.
Yeah, I hate
Uh,
having
is this-
friends.
Favor have to be a mission, or is this favor just something that happens in downtime?
I think it's a favor that effectively it would be a mission at a cut price because it's a favor, or it
Yeah.
would be you have to basically spend like a couple of downtimes doing a clock for them or something.
Ooh, okay.
I think I'm going to go because you just did a couple of missions that were kind of related to stuff that came up on the entanglements. I'm probably going to give you a clock.
Okay.
It's probably going to be something like your smugglers. Resupply the drug dens in the district and try and avoid lamp black entanglements.
Okay.
Smugglers, you can move their packages around.
Okay, I'm gonna put this on our faction sheet.
And it is a 4-tick clock, and you'll need to do it by the end of the episode.
Okay.
I'm just gonna it's resupply the drug dens. Okay. I mean, I was gonna be like, what if they just want us to, I don't know, fuck off the fuckhounds? We just just bring the fuckhounds for something. Or bring the lamp blacks.
Okay, in which case, I believe you are into your downtime. You have 2 downtime actions each. First question. Who here would like to go to Papa's smoking den?
I only have 3
Hey.
stress. So I don't
Papa
actually think I should.
I would like to go with Papa
I mean,
too.
if you roll too high, you can lower it. Though if you roll
Indulge in my
6, then
stress.
But
you
I
can't.
can still, if I roll a 6, then I overindulge.
Mhm.
So Ruby's going. Edwin, you going, Papa?
Yep.
Marin?
I don't think I'm gonna indulge my
Okay.
vice this time.
Well, you are the one person without a trauma, so you don't have to, yeah. The other 3
Yeah,
of
and
you,
that's the thing is, if I had a trauma, I would. But
feel free to go get very, very high at the smoking den.
Dude, and that last situation with the ghosts, I think just makes her obsession even worse.
Papa's just happy that people come with him and share in his enjoyment of exquisite, expensive things.
I feel like Ruby would never say no. It's like, do you want scones? Do you want smokes? Do you want... All right, I'm rolling. I will take the extra 2 because we can add 2 or subtract 2, right?
Up
Yep.
to,
Mhm.
yeah.
So that completely
That's
distresses
perfect for me. I clear
All
6
3 of
stress.
you
I'm
completely
good.
clear your stress. You feel like... This is like the second or third time in a row, by the way, you've done this. So all of you are like, wow, this stuff's really good.
Yeah, like, why haven't we
Yes.
been doing this after every mission?
I don't know. All of you said I smelled funny at one point, so I changed the preferred brand. But really, now you understand. It's just sitting there with the taste of something nice swirling around your mouth, and then there's just a nice ambience in here. Huge wingback chairs. I don't even know if we could afford a normal chair
we don't
This
have
is a
any-
very
with 4 legs.
I could make one out of driftwood that's come down the canal.
Sorry, let me just really check for you 1 second.
Right. And that's why I like it here better.
Yeah, I can't make a wingback
Papa,
chair
roll me a
unless someone
sash.
throws out a wingback chair.
Roll me a
Do you
stash,
want to find
Papa.
out if he can afford a chair?
I want to find out if you can afford a wingback chair.
I'm rolling stash.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Get a 6. Get a 6. Damn it.
You can't even afford a
Sorry.
chair. You can afford a stool.
Because it's got one fewer
Three-legged
leg.
stool.
Yeah,
With
3-legged
3 legs,
stool.
yeah.
It's so sad.
You look on in envy at the wingback chairs. Right, in which case, who else would like to do downtime activities?
Marin goes back to Edwine, and just sort of like still have the, from where I was shot that one time, and then this from where I was shot that other time. Just like points to various parts of her torso.
Right,
I
yes,
didn't get
okay,
shot
let's.
this time though.
Yeah,
So
that was very good work. They definitely tried.
Yes, I think they're my bounty hunter. Anyway, could you help?
Your bounty hunter, as in bounty hunters specifically assigned to you.
Well, I'm sure they have other bounties, but they are the one who seems most intent on collecting mine.
I will remove the clock. Caster finds Aaron.
Casta has found Marin. Why?
So we've got a bounty hunter to contend with. Okay.
Yes. Sorry. I used to be a pirate.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, maybe we can stop him. Maybe we can sort him out. We'll bring it up with the rest of the team.
2 ticks.
5.
Only 2 ticks. I really wanted
Like-
you to get a 6.
Yep.
Do you want to give a rep or a
close.
coin to buff it?
Yeah. I mean, I feel if everyone's alright with that, just because then I'd finally be free of all my injuries. I don't have any personal coin. And we don't have a lot of rep right now. So I'm okay with spending my other downtime action, but I was going to attempt to do probably like the resupply the drug dens or something that is good for us when it comes to like the various clocks we have going on.
I mean, just spend your other downtime action.
And then
Get
if we
all
want
healed
to,
up.
we can spend rep or coin
Okay.
on another one.
Then I will just
Work-
spend my
work
other
it out.
downtime action to get you to heal me again.
Boop, doop.
This is where you're going to get the 6.
Of course.
Hey, look, 6.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
You heal
I was
up
waiting for it to
fully,
be
On
a
the plus side,
crit,
though, that
just
gives
for
me
maximum
2
trolling.
ticks over.
except as
so-
soon as you get injured, those ticks will disappear.
You say that, but I was very, very cognizant of not getting injured last time. So Marin
have you
is
gotten-
finally injury free.
Yeah, if you're injury free, there's no point having ticks filled on the clock
Yeah.
because
That's true.
Right as
Something to heal.
Marin is getting up off the table, I like walk in the door. I'm like, I'm still hearing this ringing in my ear. I don't know
at this
what's
point, Edwine's just like, right, you fixed up as much as I could do to date. Next.
going on." Yeah.
I should talk to Papa about the whole bounty hunter thing, shouldn't I?
Bounty hunter thing. what are you
Well, we
talking about?
should. That's
What?
I have a bounty hunter. More specifically, I have a bounty on my head and a specific individual intent on collecting it. I thought people had forgotten about it. Anyway, I'm going to go talk to Papa about it. Feel better.
When she walks away, I look at Edwin and I'm like, what is she on about?
the guy that was shooting at us and Elric was actually just shooting at Marin, but I bad aim.
I knew it. I knew someone was following us.
Well, they're following Marin specifically, but probably also was just by extension.
And then I like lean over so he can like do whatever he needs to do to my ear.
Get us.
I'm like, I think you might just have permanent hearing loss, but I'll give it a go.
I don't know.
Everyone
Last
sticks
time
this
it
like
worked
a
for like
stick
a
in and
little
just
bit,
wiggles
but
it
then it
around.
hurt again. I don't know.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
I don't think that's how
2
my ears
ticks.
work. 2 ticks. I still need 1 more.
God damn it! These dice, I hate them.
I feel like I shouldn't spend.
I
more.
think it's worth it for you to spend. Let's spend the rep.
You could spend Papa's extra action that you can give people.
If he doesn't have plans for it already, though.
I do have plans. Depends on how soon we want that wanted level good. to
We
go down.
need to keep working on that.
I forget
be-
you
Yeah.
would level 1 damage, so you might have been at lesser effect for a few things, but well.
I could use rep if we want to use 1 rep, or I could.
We haven't
I
got
do
time
have
for it,
personal
so-
coin I can use, but I have 3 personal coin, which might be handy for us for other things, like
I would
moving
say
up our tier.
rep at the moment is less valuable to us, right?
At
You
the
need it to
moment,
go
because
up
we
to
don't have
60.
very much.
Isn't it the time to save it?
If you've got personal coin, use it for personal things. Like healing yourself.
Put it this way, are you going to do a simple mission next and be like, it doesn't matter, I've got, hearing loss, or do you want to just go like, sod it, let's blow up a building, in which case you want everything?
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is.
One more simple mission.
Hmm.
I feel like I'm personally motivated for us to try and get our wanted level down 1 before we start taking on missions that is inevitably going to tick up our wanted level.
It
Yeah.
might just tick up your heat, not your wanted level.
I will
If
wait
you're
then.
low, you're low at the moment.
I will wait then, and I won't. I will.
That is a very delicate line because we have literally gotten like 8 heat in a single mission, which is enough with 1 heat started to like tick us over. Like
Hmm.
there's
Yes.
it's not a guarantee that you won't pick up a wanted level, and I don't want us to get to 3 until we're a higher tier. I don't want anyone to go to jail until we're at least tier 1.
Okay, cool. Then I will hold off.
Okay.
Slowly but surely, we'll get this ear situation handled. I feel like it feels great for like a couple hours, and then it comes back again.
Everyone like pulls out like a toilet plunger, puts it on the side of your head, and goes.
And bursts her
Yeah.
eardrum?
Yep.
It's probably more like he puts wax in there and like pulls
That would be if
some
you got
gross
6.
stuff out.
Papa, what would you like to do with your 2?
Also, chat makes a good point. We can't spend rep to upgrade results. Coin upgrades results, reps, or coin gives you extra actions.
When it comes to healing, if we need one more tick, you spend rep to do another healing action is more effective than boosting it anyway.
Papa, what would you like to do?
I'm going to spend some time talking to people, spreading rumors to frame the lamp blacks for our crimes.
Okay.
Don't fuck this up.
Don't fuck it up.
Okay. Oh, you know what I should do first is...
There's also the drug dens, though. We got to do that.
Yeah, work on the drug dens. That clock.
Which
Should
one are
I
you
do
doing?
that first?
Yeah, do the dark dens first.
Okay, and then that's me done.
We know we should do at least one each downtime action.
And I'm going to say that's Prowl.
Prowl's a good choice, yeah?
And at this point, do I get +1 for passing off as a normal citizen, or does it not count?
Not for this, because you're trying to supply the drug den specifically as opposed to just being a normal person.
Okay. 2!
You get 1 tick on the clock.
1 tick on the clock. Boop. Okay, and now I'm going to do my consorting to frame the lamp blacks. And I might push myself because I need more dice on this. Boop.
Oh, I missed the 5 for a moment. I was like, oh god, you're going to prison. 5. You get 2 ticks on the clock.
It's
Nice.
another 2 ticks on the clock. That leaves us with 4 ticks.
We're over half now.
It's only 1 critical away. That's it. That's all we need. We
Yeah.
just roll 1 critical.
Or 1 result with nothing.
Right, I can work
Yeah.
on the drug dens.
Or the
with
grenade launcher.
Prowl. I've only got. We gotta sort these clocks out.
Edwin, I'd let you use Tinker to make more drugs and just be like, I made you some.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that then. Just like, instead of delivering the drugs, what if I go to them and make them there?
Yes, exactly.
You make more potent stock.
Smart. All right, I'll make a tinker. Why?
Your
Why
precursor
dice?
chemicals have been cut and you don't know it, and as you try and like cook up some of this drug that they want, whatever it is, everything starts foaming over everywhere, and you're like, no, just foaming starts fills the room.
Well, I think basically it comes out that it's a terrible idea to try and make new drugs instead of deliver the
But on the plus side,
or the
we
existing
on
ones.
the clock.
You get
For
it.
those listening, I got 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
because
I made
dice
this.
hate me.
You managed to make like a tiny little bit of, I'm gonna assume it's blue meth because we're gonna go full on Breaking Bad in this thing. And it's like tiny little crystal of blue, but everything else you put into it turns into foam that fills the room. It takes a few hours to get it away. But you did make some, it's just not very much.
Just imagining like they hear like the secret knock in this den. They open the door and I come barging in with a pile of supplies. Like, listen, I got this brilliant idea, right? I'm gonna make them here. We're gonna just sweep a load of crap off a table and put all my supplies down.
You don't even, I imagine it's much more complex. You go to the red station, you're like, no, they're going to find the drugs for trying to transport them. So, and they're like, okay, and you break the drugs down into the precursor elements, and you're like, right, I've got these chemicals, and they're like, okay, what are the drugs do? You're like, they're the drugs. And you go to the other place, you're like, all right, I recombine them, and oh shit.
Yep.
And that's everyone's downtime, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Anyone want to buy any more downtimes?
Edwine, do you have ticks to put into clocks?
Oh yeah, I can work on.
2 ticks on the
wanna
grenade
put them
launcher,
in-
2 ticks on what's Lord Skerlock.
Or frame
I'll
the
put 'em
lamp
on-
blacks?
I can't put it on that.
No, I can't do that one.
No? Oh.
You could put 2
I-
ticks onto... No, that's it. Which one do you go for?
I put them on gas grenade.
Yeah.
What's reinforcements on our canal rats?
I think we still have some old ones on here from like old missions. So like finding Rourke's ghost. I'm gonna delete some of these. Finding Rourke's ghost isn't relevant. Is
Loot the
paying
boat.
crows relevant still?
No, there's no ward boss right now.
Yeah, they no longer remember whether or not we've paid them.
Loot the
There's
boat
no
was
ward boss.
filled.
Don't need to loot the boat. I don't think we need reinforcements.
Don't need to
We're
fix
still framing the
barge.
lamp blacks. We
The barge
fixed
is fixed.
barge.
Oh wait, no, the barge is not fixed again.
No,
Yep.
we
No,
yeah,
you
We
resisted it.
resisted that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, right.
Cool. I was like, we've got a bunch of old clocks on there that are not relevant because sometimes we put the clocks for a specific mission on that
Yeah.
sheet as opposed to long-term clocks.
Okay. In which case, you're ready for your next mission.
We
but
could spend coin to like work more on one of the clocks.
if you want.
Maybe.
You did just say no, but if you want to, you can.
I think we should do, if we're planning on doing another relatively simple 2-coin mission.
We can see what we have at the end of
4-coin
that.
one if we feel like being a little riskier.
I think
the
we
reason
do.
to do 2-coin ones is so that we get more downtime actions without taking on as
Yeah,
many.
I think we do one more simple one, and then we go for like the
Be
burning
aware that
building
even
thing.
like simple missions is currently costing you, even if you make no rolls whatsoever, it's still costing you 4 stress because you've got people here who have traumas and will be accruing stress regardless. So
Yes,
but that's-
it still gives
dicey
us
line.
downtime actions.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
we can negate that and then do more with downtime.
in which case, what we'll do.
That's why I'm saying, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be only 2-coin, but something that's not something between stealing and transporting an object and blowing up a building. Less
Even if we don't
intense
indulge our
blowing up
vice,
a building.
even if we don't indulge our vice, we're only taking, each individual person's only taking like that 1 stress, right?
You're taking 2 because you got 2 trauma.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I'm
Um,
taking 2 because I have 2 trauma. Yeah.
Combined, we're taking 4, but that's like a downtime action.
But I could start a mission with 2 stress if needed.
Oh yeah. It's just if you want to go into a big mission, you probably want to have all the resources you have.
Yeah, true.
So
That's why I'm saying less intense than blowing up a building, but could potentially be slightly. So, like, I feel like this
There is.
is us going to put up some feelers. We still have stealing and painting. It's an oldie,
yeah.
oldie but a goodie. But otherwise, we don't actually have. Literally, the only other job we've been offered is blow up a building. So I feel like this is where we all reach out to our contacts to figure out what's available to us.
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll do
Yeah.
a reach out.
okay, so you want to do a reach around?
Put some posters
see
up.
Out.
Well, there's a few people you need to go around, so you want to do a reach around, and we can do that after the break. I think we'll take a break a bit early, just because it's a nice break between your jobs right now. And when we come back, we'll have another job for you guys. So feel free to enjoy the fan art and go get a cup of tea or whatever. We'll be back in 8 minutes. But until then, we'll catch you in a moment.
Yay. Yeah, we need to fill the quest log. We need more
Yeah,
quests.
because we don't even. It's not even like we have other ones to pick from. So I think it's
Yeah.
and welcome back to Blaze in the Dark. Right! You all just had some lovely downtime. You're looking for missions, are you? Okay.
Mhm.
Indeed.
So you mentioned the race. Do you want to go to them first, and then we can go through everyone else in turn?
Yeah, I mean, I think Marin will first talk to Papa.
Okay, yep.
Because she did say she was going to, and then she would go reach out to Belarus to talk about potential jobs the Wraith might be interested in. So wherever Papa happens to be, maybe in our little kitchen area,
Mm-hmm.
seated upon a three-legged stool, because that's all we can afford.
Yep.
Marin just like walks in, stands next to Papa. I probably should have told you this earlier. There's a bounty on my head. I'm pretty sure that's who the person shooting at us was.
I see.
Good, now that that's all out there, let's continue.
No.
What?
Well, obviously I was concerned that someone was shooting at our friends. I assumed it was Aaron, that person, getting shot
It could
at.
have been.
But what makes you think it was the bounty that made them do that?
There's a bounty on my head.
And
We haven't exactly been incognito lately.
No, that is true. Okay, well, I think I know a few people. I'm assuming you want to pay this bounty off, get it out of the way.
I just assumed it at some point. I will have an altercation with this individual and then they will be dead. Or I will be dead, and in either instance, the bounty will be irrelevant.
Well, I know a couple of bounty hunters, and they're not all that bad people. So having them dead isn't normally the most useful thing. Obviously, they want the money, so we can pay them off, or we can pay off whoever has put this bounty on your head. Do you know who that
Government.
is? Oh. Well, that won't be impossible.
I was a pirate.
I assumed so, yes.
That is likely why they put the bounty on my head. It may not be specific for me. It may just be for pirates in general. This
You need to get
person
that
happens to
tattoo on your
know.
head that says pirates removed.
Marin just, I think, looks at Papa and just sort of smiles slightly. It doesn't do anything else.
Yes. Why did you tell me?
Because it may come up again in a future mission that someone will be shooting at us, specifically me.
You didn't want me to do anything about it.
Why would you want to do anything about it? It's my problem.
And you are my friend with a problem, and I'm inclined to help my friends. I'm going to see how much the bounty is worth. and
You
then-
see Marin's eyes do the like processing, sort of like,
the beach ball.
yeah, like, you consider me a friend.
Absolutely.
Ah. Well, I would die for you, so that probably makes sense.
And I you. But let's make sure the bounty hunter dies for both of us first.
Reasonable.
Excellent.
I don't actually know how much the bounty is, Marin. Like, suddenly realizing, how much is my life worth? I'm not sure I want to know. It could just be depressing.
Yes. As they say, if you can't guess, then you can't afford it.
Is that what they say? How many bounties have you had on your head?
None that I know of.
Oh.
It's been a while since I've been back in Aruvia, though.
You have a wanted level, that's probably it.
None specific that I know of.
But that's for us as a group, not for us as individuals.
I'm
It's
sure
for
they
the
would take you
royal
bit by
us.
bit, yes.
Yeah, right. That's for later, though. You wanted to move on to something.
We are still poor in both reputation and monetary resources. I'm going to go reach out to my contact with the Wraiths to see if they might have anything interesting for us.
They were interesting.
They are purveyors of occult goods, among other things.
Hmm.
Perhaps we should speak with the Sashes or Dockers or...
Well, why don't we split up, make it fast, and
Ruby's ears are burning when you say occult things.
we'll each go to whom we know best. How does that sound?
You want Edwine to go speak with a body dealer?
I think that would be quite either entertaining or useful. One of the two.
I don't think they'll have any interesting jobs for us, though, let alone any jobs that are uninteresting.
Well, how about the vultures? Edwine might
They're the
have
other
something in
smugglers,
common with
right? The
them.
vultures.
The little smugglers who you helped out, yeah.
They may be interested in working with us. They are, ironically, higher tier than us now.
Or the dockers. Either way, Edwine will have something in common with them.
Good. Good.
And then send Ruby off to Lord Skurlock? I don't know.
No.
No?
No.
He's the one with the money.
I'm fairly confident if he could rip your soul from your body and consume it for breakfast, he would.
But he'd have to pay me first.
Not necessarily.
I'd make him pay me first.
How?
I can be very convincing.
Good luck with that. Remember when I said I would die for you? I wouldn't die for you because of your own stupidity. There are caveats.
Very well. I
At least demonstrate some level of self-preservation.
money is what we need to move towards self-preservation, and Lord Skurlock has money. I don't think Lord Skurlock has any ill will towards us. We've been quite amicable.
Are you being serious right now, Papa?
Yes,
Do you trust Lord Skurlock?
as much as I trust anyone that's not part of the Canal Rats.
I don't know if that thought is comforting or not.
I would go to Lord Skurlock if I needed money, is all I'm saying.
I didn't know you were partial to making deals with the devil.
A demon at best.
Have you seen Josh play?
I wouldn't let him hear you say that. He might be offended.
Maybe. I don't know much about the occult.
Ruby's ears get hotter.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna say in the workshop / medical / whatever, Edwine just like with a like
hotbox.
working on Ruby's ears, and he's like, "Your ears are burning."
They're so warm.
You just like poke through the wax and there's like steam comes out.
Well, thank you for not immediately attempting to turn me in for the bounty.
It never even crossed my mind.
Good. Because I am interested in self-preservation, so it wouldn't be easy for you.
Aaron puts away the pistol.
Yeah. Yeah, we see like her take her hand away from her weapon.
That sounds like a challenge, but not one I'm willing to take up. To work.
Oh, I have to go talk to people more. Marin just walks out.
Smash cut. I have to talk to people more. Smash cut to the back of the pub where you had a private room with Belarus. Okay, we see you there, Belarus, mid-conversation. Yes, we do have a job at the moment. Something a little bit, maybe more up your street. You've got a boat with your group, right?
We do. Recently repaired.
Good. Well, we want to make more use of the underground canals and tunnels around here, and a few that aren't well mapped. So we've been...
We are quite
making people
proficient
do a
in
bit of-
those.
Perfect. Well, what we want is someone to go down and have a bit of a look around. map some of the unmapped areas, and then fill in the map for us. Shouldn't take too long.
Assuming there's no monsters down there, sure.
Of course, there's monsters down there. That's why I'm asking someone like you who's knows what they're doing.
That is fair. We are proficient at monsters, human and otherwise.
Well-coined job.
Other than creatures, any anticipated risks down there?
Not sure. They're unmapped for a reason, apparently.
Oh, good. They're unmapped for a reason. Out of curiosity, do you want us to do any clearing out of said region?
If it's too dangerous, then you don't have to clear it out. We'll have people just move around those sections and just take different routes. If it can be cleared out, then sure. Don't go over your head in it. I'm not paying you that much.
That is true. This seems doable. Dangerous, but doable. And hopefully less attention grabbing. Do you know of any way to make the spirit wardens hate you less? Besides dying.
So, that spirit warden in Brightstone the other week?
What spirit warden? I heard a professor in Brightstone died.
Sure. Looks size of you, takes a drink from her beer. Wraiths, professional information dealers and thieves.
Oh yeah, no, Marin knows that they know. They got rep for the job.
Oh yeah.
But Marin also knows she shouldn't just admit to it. It was quite tragic, really. University professor shot dead in the street.
Very tragic. Almost like someone knew exactly what they were doing.
Spirit warden.
Well, apparently.
What were they doing?
I don't know. Apparently they had some research that was stolen.
Also tragic.
Yes. Looks like it was a very professional job. Daring, one might say.
Huh. I wouldn't know anyone who does any of those things. We're smugglers, after all, not assassins.
You consider changing playbook.
Me or our crew?
Both, really, at this stage.
Because you keep giving us non-smuggling jobs.
You keep talking to people who don't want smugglers.
I like this one. The mapping sounds great. Probably gonna have to fight a lot of monsters, but you know what? I'm cool with that. Monsters don't have a faction.
She suggests a few ways to make friends with the spirit wardens. You could take it upon yourself to do a job and then just hand in whatever the result of that job is to spirit wardens. You'd be like, hey, I killed this powerful ghost that you were looking for, or here's some information for a powerful ghost, or whatever.
Depends on who summons the monster, just saying.
That's true.
I'm also saying you could start a long clock to release a powerful ghost in a public area, destroy some buildings, and then capture it and hand it to spirit wardens and be like, hey, look what we got for you! Aren't we so powerful and cool?
Oh no. Are we the baddies? We are the baddies.
You are the baddies.
We are smugglers. We're the baddies.
With no goodies.
Yeah, do you remember when you were cooking crystal meth the other day? Do you remember that, Edwine?
He failed.
You got one tick on the clock. You got some.
So you're a bad.
You're a bad baddie.
So
Maybe.
you failed, which
Cool.
means
So Marin will take that information in and pass it on to the group.
I'm also trying to look up them real quick to see if they've got an ally who you might be able to swing with for a little bit. Maybe swing with wasn't the correct word to use there.
It's fine. We'll drop off our keys. We all put our keys in the bowl, and then
You trade boat keys, and yep, how that works. Spirit Warden. There we go. Allies. Oh, actually, no. There is an ally who might be able to help you.
the
So-
Bluecoats.
The Church of Ecstasy. is a no. The Deathland Scavengers.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
You
We're
need
friends
to
with
get a little
those.
bit better with the Deathland Scavengers, but they could put in a word for you.
Okay.
I mean, they could be one that we could do something for, like
Yep.
doing jobs for them in exchange for. I just don't want to, like, I don't mind if the Spirit Wardens don't like us. Just being -2 makes me scared.
So close
because
to going to
I
war
don't
with a
wanna
tier 4 faction or whatever it is? Yeah.
go with a
Mm.
tier
Yeah, then we die.
Yeah. Them not liking us, fine. Them going to war with us, fuck.
The Deathland Scavengers presumably need lots of smuggling done.
That's true. So we could cool. So she'll take that back as like a thank you for your suggestions.
Sure.
As well, one of those might be surprisingly within our means. I have a feeling it will be harder to convince her to let go of that than it would be to
I probably shouldn't know anymore.
go into the Deathlands. You shouldn't.
Okay. Let me know if you want to take up the job at some point.
I have a feeling we'll be back soon. Thank you.
So this map thing is in the Deathlands.
No, mapping, it's in, sounds like Crow's Foot, right? They want us to map it.
It's
tunnels.
not actually Crow's
Yeah.
Foot. It
In-
is... Let me change map mode, because I'm on the wrong
It's
map mode.
it's mapping the canal tunnels, like this, the waterways underneath the cities.
Yep, it's under Night Market and Six Towers.
Night Market and
Night Market
Six Towers.
and
Okay.
6 Towers.
Bear in mind, you would need to pay coin to the ward boss because it's not in Crow's Foot. Anytime you do a mission that's not in Crow's Foot, it depends on the ward boss.
Yeah, the other regions that the ward bosses actually have their ducks in a row.
Yeah,
and know
it's
what's
only
going
Crow's
on.
Foot that's all to shit right now. Everywhere else is not as to shit.
Cool. Yeah, Marin will take that back to the group if anyone else wants to go talk to their peeps.
Yeah. Edwine, do you want to talk to Eckhart?
Yeah, I can see if he's got anything for us.
Okay. Smash
I
cut
just-
to... Yeah?
Well, I mean, if they come in with their plans while I'm still trying to sort out Ruby's hearing, I'll be like, "Oh, Ruby, Eckhart seems to like you. You should come along."
Oh goodness. All right. Should
Wait a
we
minute,
get-
Bentham, you don't think he has a job. You're just doing this to put Ruby and Eckhart in a scene together.
Yes.
Cool. Good work, Bentham. I'm proud of you.
You've learned so much from Monster Hearts. I'm proud. Okay, smash cut
She doesn't.
to...
She probably does not think of it that way. But yeah.
Neither does Edwine, but I do.
Smash cut to... you
Eckhart!
see- Angry Deaths! Jeez, what? You need to actually announce when you're coming up on someone like that. It's dark! There are corpses in the river.
That was me announcing.
Before you shout when our back's turned to you.
You
I get
guys
you a
do this
bell as a
every
caller.
single time.
Oh, hi, Ruby. Hey, how are you doing? And he like puts his foot up on like a little like a mooring bollard and just slips off the top, puts it up against, slips off the top. Hey.
I'm fine.
Hey.
Doing all right.
Yep.
Well, minus this weird ear thing that I have going
Oh,
on,
that
but
sounds really
it's
terrible.
fine.
How did that happen?
It's best to not talk about it.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yes, how can I help you?
I look at Edwine.
Well, this time I'm not here to ask you for a favor.
We're not.
You know, sometimes just want to visit out of because you're my mate, you're my friend. But also, if you've got any work for us.
Right, there we go. That was the one. Okay, thank you very much. You never invite me out drinking. You never invite... I went to the pub last 2 weeks. You weren't in the pub. I was told you off
we
smoking
gotta-
somewhere with new friends. You
We
don't
have
care
to,
about me.
Papa showed us a new place. We could invite you
Oh,
along
sorry.
next time.
Papa showed you to a place, so I'm not invited. That's fine. You know, I understand when I'm not wanted.
Papa doesn't know him from Adam, and just because he pulled him out of a canal doesn't mean he gets invited to the smoke shop.
Well, he's invited now. Edwine invited him.
Next time Papa's floating down the canal, Echo's like, "Yeah, you can stay in there."
Echo's like, just gets a stick, pokes him under, and holds him there.
Like, we could get you invited along next time. We all go hang out there, all of us.
Well, not always all of us.
Well-
Last time, Maren didn't join us.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I mean, she's got stuff to do. She's kind of scary anyway. But you're there, right, Ruby? You come to the smoking with us?
Yeah, normally I haven't said no yet.
Okay. Right. Yep. Well, if next time you go to the smoking place and you invite me and you're both there, sure, I can maybe find you some work.
I'll put in a good word for you.
Okay. Note down that next time you go smoking, you better have Ruby and invite Eckhart.
Okay.
Well, I do have one thing. I can't pay very well. I've only got like 2 coin to rub together. But there haven't been many corpses in May River recently.
Is that a problem?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I deal in corpses. If I don't have any corpses to deal, I obviously don't have much money.
All right,
Have you been hearing the bells list?
That, maybe not having dead people was probably a good thing, but maybe not for you, but for other
No,
people.
not for me. It's like telling a funeral director that, oh, you don't get a funeral director because no one's dying. It's like, yay, happy. I'm happy for everyone who's alive, but kind of shit for me.
Well, the important question is, there's less bodies. Are the bells also ringing less?
No. Look, like, some of the lads upstream have, like, dammed one of their canals and they're charging people tolls.
Oh, I could
It's one
blow
of the
that up
major
easily.
canals that flows down into here, and
No, do you want me to blow it up?
well, I don't think you need to blow it up. You could. You could probably just dismantle it. It's a little barrier thing. They just put it
Okay,
across like
yeah,
a net.
I default to exploding, but I can be more careful about it.
Wait, I guess you could explode it if you wanted to. It just seems awfully like a big thing to do. It's literally a net with bits of wood.
Alright, I'll just take some scissors.
Okay, that'll do. Yeah. Right. I can pay you 2 coin.
Sounds like a deal.
Sounds easy enough. We can
Wait,
handle
who's
that.
running it? Are they important?
Highly
Has
important.
it got guards?
Very important. Super important.
Some guy named Bob.
It is the bill hooks.
Bill Hooks.
Are they the ones we murdered a bunch of?
Yes.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do they recognize? No, they don't recognize us because we killed them all.
It was a pretty good massacre as far as massacres go.
when he says the bill hooks, there's like a flash of horror from Edwine
So-
remembering the.
Are you feeling okay, Edwin? You're looking awfully pale, like almost like a corpse.
I like
Yeah,
smelling that.
I'm fine. Yep, Bill
He's
hooks. Yeah,
fine.
Bill hooks.
So, how many people are normally there, do you think?
I don't know, like half a dozen or something?
All right.
Are you
Is
okay,
it-
Edwin?
is it
You're
around-
awfully like...
Just just reminding me of something. The bill are they on there round the clock? Are they always pushing it?
Sure, as far as I know. I'm not exactly one to do reconnaissance around. Hi, you've fucking blocked me
Well,
canal.
are bodies not coming down the stream round the clock?
Bodies are not coming down the stream round the clock. They occasionally come down the stream, but I'm pretty sure that just means that they fell in closer and not beyond the nets. I can't exactly tell.
Okay.
It's not an exact science.
I understand what you're saying.
Thank you. See, Ruby gets me. A woman after my own heart, I wished.
Well, I can take a look at it, see if we can sneak through there and cut the thing down, or cut a hole in it that they don't even notice, so they don't know to put a new net in.
Well, it might still catch... Like, canals are really slow. Like, there's very little water movement. through it,
Okay,
so
I'll
it
just
takes a
get rid
while.
of the net.
Sure, that'll work. Thank you.
If they put another one up, I'm gonna need more pay to take that one down.
No,
So
no,
they might
you
just
gotta
keep putting nets up.
disabuse them of the notion of putting nets there.
Yeah, eventually they'll give up because they
No,
just
you've
keep
got
losing
to
nets.
disabuse them of the notion of putting nets there.
What he's saying is that we probably need to talk to him.
That's the
Convince
one.
them
You honest to make a
They
point.
may be putting in a
I'm not paying you 2 coins to take a net
Us-
down so they can put the net back up again.
I mean, that would be
Alright,
the
I'll
most
talk to the
ideal
rest
for
of the
us,
team.
but probably not for
We'll
you.
work out a plan.
Perfect. So, are you going back now, Edwin?
I suppose I'll be off.
Yeah. Sure. You can go. It's nice talking to you, Edwin. So, Ruby.
I start wandering off like I could blow it up. That'd dissuade
I
them.
start like walking, and then he's like,
Oh,
"So
okay,
Ruby," and I'm like,
fine. Okay, sorry. I thought you were staying because he said he was going. And no,
"What?
why do you want to watch the corpses together?
Sure. You fine walking on your
Such a
own?"
charmer.
I say to Edwine.
It's like people watching.
Yeah. Genuinely a game.
Yeah, she just
What-
asked
what-
like Edwine. She's like, "Are you fine walking on your own?"
Oh yeah, I'll be good.
Yeah, and so I'll join Eckhart.
Okay. You sit there for a little while in silence, and then you see this corpse float past, and he's like, no, too mangled for me. How do you think they died? And this is how you play people watching. You try and guess how the different corpses
they try to
died.
guess how they died. Yeah, I love it. That's so grim and totally perfect.
You're like, stab wound. I think they're shot, and like he goes down, he pokes the corpse over. He's like, nah, you're right.
Jealous lover.
Ooh. I'm thinking poison. I think they're gonna have like earthy lips, and they're gonna be a funny color.
Hmm.
Okay, you have a mission from Eckhart. Who else would you like to hit up?
Red Sashes, right?
Yeah, I think Papa was gonna go talk to the Red Sashes.
Okay. Go to the Red Sashes. You have not talked to my Lara in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Come on in, dear. We will talk now. How can I help you? It has been a while.
Absolutely. And we have an arrangement between us that I think we would like to make sure is cared for. So the canal rats are offering their services. Is there anything you'd like us to do? I know that Wolf for Crow's Foot isn't going particularly well.
Yes, no. Well, it is somewhat in limbo. The crows are gone. The Red Sashes still kind of... I can't... What her accent? Just escaped me. Normally Russian's really easy. It's gone.
Darling.
Я не знаю, я не понимаю. When I talk in my Russian accent, it's not meant to be this stifled. It is meant to be more flowing. There we go. Flowing. Flow. It's that long syllable at the end, right?
Nuclear
Yes.
vessels.
Nuclear
vessels.
vessels.
I am
Victor.
invincible.
Victor. I'm invincible. Yes, Pepper. I can help you with it. So, the Lamplax are the problem for us. I would like you to smuggle a package.
Oh.
Specifically, I would like you to smuggle it onto one of their carts.
Okay. Yes. This seems like something we're very keen to do.
Excellent. The package I want you to smuggle would be this one.
Oh, I look at it. Is there anything I can tell about this package?
It's like brown kind of wrap cloth with string around it. Seems to have a little metallic object inside with maybe glass or something, and you tilt it and there's a slight sensation of weight changing, like there's a fluid in there.
I hold my ear up to it. Does it tick?
Not at the moment. Like, hey, do this mission anytime in the next few days. By the way, here is a ticking package.
Okay.
But there is like a little gap where the sackcloth has been like torn, and there's a little leather there that, as you kind of like give it a little bit of a tug, like there is a spring behind it, and like if you wanted to, you could pull it up. It seems to ratchet, and there's a spring that seems to slowly uncoil and push it back down. You don't fully engage it.
I don't think I've seen a mechanism like this before.
It is a timer of some kind. Effectively, if you pull that into the ratchet, the spring will slowly push it back, and it'll start to uncoil, and then it will do whatever it does. Occasionally, it's a detonator. Sometimes it's to break a certain thing. In this case, at a guess, you would say it's an incendiary device.
Well, it's a good thing we don't have much heat at the moment. As long... do you intend this to include loss of life?
It is not intended. It may happen. She's French now.
Destruction of property, then. That's acceptable. It's just that my friend is a little obsessed with collections of supernatural beings, and we've got to keep her focused. So, wonderful. Okay, just tell us the time and the place.
She goes over a detailed plan, tells you that there's a lampblack cart that does the rounds collecting and distributing packages. Normally it's drugs, sometimes it's occasional bits of money or so on, sometimes weapons, and it tends to do the rounds. And what they want is that package to be put onto that cart, and then it will destroy most of the things on that cart. The timer is about 10 minutes.
Okay.
So we're putting a bomb on a cart.
Yep.
And we have 10 minutes after it goes off.
You've got 10 minutes before
10 minutes after
you
place it.
time that. Yeah.
Cool.
It is a 4-coin drop.
Okay. Papa takes the device very carefully, puts it under his arm, and there's nothing else that you'd like us to know about this before I go and make sure that it's delivered.
There is a very difficult time with this accent, so I will try and keep it short. It is very difficult.
Would it help if I also pretended that I was from the same country that we're both from?
That actually helps quite a lot, thank you. So,
Excellent.
the problem with this is that their war between the Lampalax and the Red Sashes is in a stalemate at the moment. It has been going on quite a while. There will be only so long until we run out of bodies or funding or someone else enters the game that we would like it to be over sooner rather than later.
I agree.
And we have friends such as yourself who would be pleased if we were to win, because we can offer them many things.
We'll make sure that the Lampblacks pay.
Do not worry, they will pay. But the sooner, the better.
If it coincides with the end of a specific plan that I am concocting at the moment, they may end up without a cart, but also without some high-ranking members. We'll see.
Are you into assassination now? I know you were having
No,
quibbles
no.
about certain jobs like that before.
Yet, comrade, we are just trying to change the public perception about some people in the Lampblacks.
Very well. I will trust you to do this, do not worry. But if you want to take on the job, just let me know.
I will.
Okay. Anka. My accent's everywhere, so I'll go with a different country entirely.
Amazing.
Who would you like to hit up next? Everyone so far has been 4-coin except for Eckhart, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we've got 3 jobs to pick from.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with picking one of those jobs, so we try and do one today.
Yeah, maybe 2.
Right?
Yeah, maybe 2 if we do.
If you're fast, yeah.
If we're
That'd
fast,
be a bit of a push, but maybe.
You've
maybe.
done more.
Yeah, we
And
did.
then if we need
Maybe
more
that's it.
jobs after that, we can go see more jobs. I would be inclined. I feel like the we're not in a bad spot to do the boom boom package, just because that one's going to be a lot of heat, is my
Yep.
guess. The net is probably the easiest one, but I wouldn't mind doing a 4-coin one just to kind of balance it out. I think I'm not in the best stress position, but I'm pretty good for everything else.
Yeah, I was thinking we could do the Eckhart one and then do the Wraiths one after. But if you think that we'd only really get one done, then I'm fine with doing the mapping out the canal.
I'm inclined to do the mapping. I feel like the mapping is going to be slightly less heat, but probably dangerous.
I think it's definitely gonna be dangerous.
But it'll be like ghostly dangerous or monster dangerous, which is a different kind of dangerous that hopefully won't piss off a faction.
Yeah,
but monster danger can cause heat.
That's true. It can.
It will be
Like,
more
especially with
contained,
ghosts and
though, 'cause
stuff.
That being said, this time if we get a ghost, Marina's going to make a strong play for turning it into the Spirit Wardens in an attempt to make them happy.
Okay.
But yeah, do we want to try doing that one? And then if we have time, do the Eckhart one?
Right.
You could always do the plot from The Incredibles. Release the ghost, then show up and be like, I will be able to defeat this ghost! And then defeat the ghost in front of everyone. Be like, hey, Spirit Wardens, do you like me?
Well,
Or if we stay true to The Incredibles, fail because it's become too strong.
Exactly.
And then the good guy saved the day and you go to jail. Or die? Oh, you get sucked into a jet engine.
Yep.
Die. Yeah.
No capes.
Capes.
Okay.
No capes. All right. So should we try that?
I need to make a character Edna
Be
mode.
unmapped.
I'm cool with that.
Darling.
Um,
So yeah, we all reconvene. We pass around what our options are, and Marin will make a suggestion for perhaps a job if we're still trying to lay low that is literally underground will be more successful at that than blowing up a cart in the middle of Crowsfoot.
Depends on what kind of monsters are in there.
Oh
depends on
wait,
if we want the Red Sashes to win the war.
that was just my thought. That would probably help them with the clock.
They'll
And
get +1 dice on the clock.
fuck it, let's do that. I mean, it's more dangerous, but
The only problem is that we have one heat right now.
we have one heat. We can't do much better than one heat, but
Yeah. I'm okay with doing.
But literally,
something like
if all goes
7.
swimmingly well and someone dies, we will go up a wanted level.
yeah, that's my only concern.
that. How much heat is
Does it
1,
have
2,
Like,
we're
3, 4,
guaranteed to go
5,
up a
6,
wanted level.
7. We would need to get
Is it that
8.
bad?
yes.
I don't...
Yes,
But
we are.
here's the
EE, 'cause that's
calculation
what happened
for heat,
before.
Which
That's what
is
happened
loud
before.
and chaotic high exposure is 4 plus 2 for killing.
Yes.
So that we're likely to be at 6 heat with this job. Most likely. Possibly 8
If you
we take
fuck
any
it up and
doubles
ends up
and
going
4 or 5.
insane, sure, you could go up, but not swimmingly. Swimmingly, you'd be fine.
Yeah, if it
Yeah.
goes swimmingly, we'll be okay. If it goes poorly,
It's not going to go swimmingly.
We'll make sure that the plan is to
In which
do it
case-
stealthily, right?
do we think we can get Eckart's job done fast enough that we can do the Red Sashes one before they have to make their next rolls?
I think we do one of the 4-coin ones first, like
Hmm.
you were saying.
I agree.
Because we can do it fast enough.
My only worry with the Red Sashes one is that it requires blowing up a cart, and if we blow something up,
It doesn't
It's
blow
gonna
up.
be
It is an
loud.
incendiary device, so it doesn't explode. It just causes a lot of fire very quickly.
Oh, so it could be contained standard exposure.
Depending on where it burns, technically, yes. If it burns in the middle of the thoroughfare, it's going to be chaotic. If it burns like in a building that's theirs and that's it, then not going to be
We
quite
could-
so chaotic. No.
We could time it for when they're about to arrive at the destination.
Yeah.
So they then park it
No.
up in a warehouse and then
There will
it
be
sets on fire.
slightly higher difficulty if it's going into their own base, because that'll be more inside their turf. So the difficulty
Yeah.
will be slightly raised. But it's totally an option you can take if you want to make it a little bit more contained.
I'm up for whatever. You tell me.
Josh feels strongly about this. Let's do it.
I think we should go for it.
If we here's my caveat, Josh. If we go up in wanted level, Papa is the one that's gonna have to go to jail.
No, that was the plan anyway.
Cool. That's kind of what I figured.
Papa has wanted to blow up a building for so long, he's going to settle for burn down a cart.
Papa hasn't wanted to blow up a building at all. Josh wants to blow up a building.
Okay.
Yeah, for those watching who haven't been watching the faction turn videos on the Patreon, they need the help with this war in Crow's Foot because they're not getting anywhere.
Lord, they're not. That's why I was like, you're right. They've just been going back and forth.
And the
Gotta
Red
give 'em a
Sashes
leg up.
are the group that we have kind of aligned with, other than Lord Skurlock.
And Ulf.
And Ulf.
That's true.
It's true. And then you can just play Peep forever. So it's cool. All right, let's do it. We are going to set a cart on fire. We have the package.
He's like, shit, I'm gonna kill Peep.
I'm gonna kill Peep, it's fine. Peep is in the cart, didn't you know?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't want Josh to play Peep forever?
Pete's too sneaky for that.
So
He was told it was a fan meetup for the Canal Rats.
seems
Oh
like
no.
we're going to do a stealth approach, possibly with some sort of distraction
Blending
element.
in kind of thing.
Something like that, yeah.
Social, if we see if it has a regular route.
I can make a wreck-based distraction. That's always fun.
That is true.
Okay.
Though actually, I should probably be the one planting the device because I have Saboteur when I wreck. That works quiet and the damage is hidden. If it counts as a wreck to place maybe it's a Tinker.
Either
Uh,
way,
would be good.
that's up your alley.
Yeah, I would say, is there a way of...
Yes, there's another
checking
marching
the
band.
route?
All the marching
I
band.
feel like this one we might want to do a setup action for some sort of like distraction. Maybe we somehow mess up their cart beforehand, like make one of the wheels wobbly. So, and then like place a pothole in the road or, whatever confluence of events that it like stops for long enough that we could get to the cart and someone can prowl up and place the device.
Alright, so simplest question first.
Or the other option is that we should definitely set up our stealth thing that we want to do.
Yeah.
That would be handy. And the cart's got to stay somewhere when it's stored right before they take it, potentially messing with the cart before they even take it.
That'll probably be hard to do because it's in the Lampblack's territory when they do that.
Oh, that's true.
Our best bet is to probably, because it like they leave their territory, they go on their rounds, drop off a bunch of stuff, and then they go back to their territory is what it seems like they do. So we want to, while it's on its rounds, put the device on it so that it catches on fire.
But we could sneak into the Lampblack's area.
That seems way harder than sneaking up to a cart in the middle of a busy street.
Yeah, it's probably easy to get in transit, especially because you can stop it somehow.
What if we're wearing Lampblack clothing?
Out of date now.
Yeah.
No, we can make more. We
You
can get more.
could spend downtime actions to try and procure an asset.
We don't need to. We can pass as
So Chad
civilians.
does bring up the suggestion that I was going to make, which is, what if I just give it to Naden and have Naden drop it on
It's
the
not too
cart?
big. It's designed to burn down the entire cart relatively quick before they can
No,
save
I
anything.
know. That's never. I'm
Sorry.
never gonna get to use the Naden bomb strategy until I want Naden to die.
If Naden crits, that would work.
Great.
But otherwise, it'll like
Naden only rolls
hit
attacks,
the
though.
ground and explode.
Well, birds are known for their accuracy at dropping things.
I don't know. I've been
Generally,
bitten by a
they only
couple of
drop
times.
things to break them open.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, the thing is guaranteed to hit the ground. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
It's just
Naden will be
maybe
good
not
at dropping
awkward
the bomb.
attached.
It will not do. They will not be good at dropping the bomb on the cart.
That
Look,
might
I
qualify
recognize-
as
Lauren
loud
really
and
wants
chaotic
to
if we hit
play-
people.
Lauren really wants to play Angry Birds right now, so
I recognize it's a terrible idea.
Okay.
So we want to try and get the device on the cart while the cart is in transit. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
well
do
then
the
if that's the
stealth
case,
option.
then definitely do some other setup then.
So, first question then would be, do you want to try and do this in the middle of its rounds where it's furthest out from their territory, in which case it would be a bit more noisy because there's going to be a lot more people around, or do you want to do it a little bit more risky in their territory when it's literally about to go back into, like, their base, in which case that would be pretty contained.
I would say quieter because
It's going to be a bit risky
Quieter,
if you do
yeah.
Is this going to impact our engagement roll?
that. It will probably be something like, it'll be a -1 die on the engagement roll, but the consequences are likely to be less heat.
But we're going to do some setup that should give us some additional bonuses to negate that -1.
Well, so the setup happens afterwards. So we say like this is the setup that we're going to do, and then it would be the roll, the position for the setup and the regular action. I think that's how it should work.
You choose how you set up, and that's the number of dice. So you can choose whether you want to do it in which location after you do some other rolls if you want. Because the engagement roll goes afterwards.
It just meant no. I guess this is where one of the criticisms I have of the system, where I struggle with like you can do linked plans, and then it doesn't really give you a good way to tie link plans into how the engagement roll actually works. Because my impression should be that you should make the engagement roll that sets your position for your first roll, which would be your linked plan roll.
Well-
which would
Well,
plan
do you
A,
want to do
followed by plan
link scores? Which, like, if Ruby
B.
was saying,
No. These are linked plans. Okay. This is X person's roll would set us up for a better position on Y person's roll. It's a setup action.
Okay, right, yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's much easier just to simplify it and just make it one roll. And if you have any like people who can help you as allies, that would also change things as well.
As it just depends on whether or not we want to change our position.
And also, if you want to spend a rep or a coin to take an extra downtime action to try and use your ritual, you may do so.
We probably do.
That's not a bad idea.
We are, I'd suggest spending a coin.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
would suggest using a rep, but
Bear in mind, you can always hold the ritual and use it at a different time. The more times you use the ritual, the bigger the consequences of something going wrong would be.
Let's do the ritual.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
This
if we can have it prepared and then just use it at any time, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, you've got to
Yeah.
use
Might
it
as
in
well.
the score, I think, because you can't
No.
hold it forever.
It doesn't. I don't
Right,
think
you
so.
would have to. Okay.
Fine, check.
It didn't sound like that when I read the. I don't have my book is across the room. I will go get it. Okay. We want to do it quieter but riskier. That's what it sounds like people's preferences. So we're going to make the roll in their territory is when we're going to attempt to engage it.
Okay.
That was the impression that I got from what people were saying.
Would someone like to do a scouting into their territory? Or something like that? Like some sort of setup action like that?
Yeah,
yeah, probably.
but not.
I feel like that's Naiden's thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do a
Not
survey.
and wine either.
It
not
is
good
on
at
page
scouting.
223.
I can do a survey. I was just looking at the stuff on rituals.
Need to get a second point in survey so I can use that a lot more. I keep seeing things which like, oh, if I had a good survey, I'd use it for this.
It doesn't seem to say that you can't hold a ritual in a previous downtime. You don't
Yeah.
have to immediately use it in the following score.
Yeah, it just says maybe partially performed during downtime and then fully manifested at will later by completing the last
Oh,
incantation.
it just says
or ritual
later, then
action.
that doesn't matter then. You're good.
Yeah.
Especially because sometimes you need to use 2 downtime actions to do a ritual, so you
Okay.
may not do them.
Or-
using
what
that.
is the
And
difficulty?
in some
of-
cases, you have to do a clock to set up something if you're trying to like do something crazy, like summon a.
What is the difficulty of the
we-
ritual?
Someone will need to
It's-
take 4 stress for it.
Yeah, it's 4 stress.
4 stress.
We have to kill a small
Probably
number.
me to do the ritual, right? Because I have.
No, it seems like it makes
Yeah.
sense, but like I could take it because I've got no stress or that kind of thing.
Yeah, but you're gonna be needing to do a bunch of stuff during this mission, so probably
True.
not giving you stress is a good
True.
idea.
Right.
Um,
Where are the notes on this ritual listed? Which sheet have you got them on?
I had it on my character sheet, but we can put it somewhere else.
I have it on my character sheet. Do you want me to put it in the chat?
Yeah.
There you go. So we need to pay 4 stress and sacrifice a songbird mid-song.
Okay. And which one of you is going to pay the stress?
Probably me, because I'm probably the least useful in this mission.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we see.
We're spending the coin to do the extra downtime action.
And Are we using a group coin? Okay.
We see Ruby in the middle of the little base you have with all your 4 sets of
Wait,
clothing.
1 second. I do have a question. Do we want to keep that coin and spend a rep instead? Because then we have, if we get 4 coin from this mission, plus we have 2 in the thing.
We're
and
so
I
far
have
away
2.
from the amount of rep that we would need to go up a tier. We should keep
Yeah.
the rep because we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more rep. There's no way we're getting 9 rep from this mission.
Okay.
So we see Ruby with the 4 sets of cloaks that you'll be wearing, arrayed around her, a small cage with a little songbird in it that's just tweeting along.
I know you're saying 4 cloaks because it's one for each of us, but I like to imagine it's Ruby wearing all 4
Just
cloaks.
wearing 4 cloaks.
Arcane sigils are put around in blood that she's daubed on carefully, and you just hear. And then Ruby just lean gently in, grasp the songbird, and then there's a. You take
We're the
the
good guys,
songbird,
guys. Totally.
knife, cut it down the middle, and begin daubing using the songbird's blood on each of the cloaks. Each of them seems to shimmer slightly, and then becomes normal again. But occasionally there's a slight little bit of insubstantiality about them, as if they're about to go off. So,
Just quickly, reading the ritual thing, it doesn't say when, or I can't see it say when to take the stress. But I think it would make sense to do it during the thing, because like
you
if
do
you
it in the downtime, I'm pretty
action-
sure it's in
No.
the downtime.
If you do
It's
it
part
during
of
the
the
downtime,
cost.
you can clear it, and then it won't cost you later, which I sort of doesn't make sense.
I think it makes sense that it charges you as you're doing the ritual.
It just
Yeah, because you're taking the stress by doing the ritual. Triggering it is just a little action of words, symbols, adding like a little bit of
like
blood,
right
a
now, I could
catalyst.
spend another coin and then indulge my vice if I wanted. But I'm not
Remember,
going to.
all rituals don't necessarily follow that pattern. Like some rituals you do in the moment and then they just immediately take effect.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I think it makes sense that when you cast the ritual, when you spend the action to do it, that's when you pay the cost.
Yeah, because like this is the course of like several hours of doing this ritual. It takes Ruby several hours to do it, like full on downtime action, and then she comes out of it drained. The other side, like almost like something has seeped her life force away. In addition to the amount of focus and concentration she's needed to give to not fuck it up. And so, did you want to do a setup action for the score?
should do some scouting.
Sure. I think you were thinking, Lauren, like we're doing some kind of pothole or something
Yeah.
like that. So they have to stop for a moment.
Would you like to wreck the road then?
Oh,
Ooh.
if it's a wreck, then I can do that.
Because you could
Yeah, go
wreck
for
it
it.
without it being noticed. Like pull up some cobblestones so that this area of road that they're gonna go on is gonna make their cart like topple to the side. So they gotta, I don't know, or just do something to like stop it for a moment.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm imagining that Edwine gets his longest coat that goes down to the floor, and he goes to just kind of stand in a bit of a road and like looking at a shop front. And in the meantime, he's got like steel toe cap boots with spikes on. And he's just like dig in, pull up brick, dig in, pull up brick. Nobody knows, unless I fail the roll. Let's find out. Does position matter for this or
Downtime, no.
anything? Okay.
Mm,
Boop, 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 boop.
6.
6.
Okay.
Nailed it.
Yay!
So effectively,
And then
you find
I
enough
shuffle
time-
away, and I shuffle away, and in an alley, clonk, 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 bricks fall, and he wanders off.
And you spend a lot of time walking past, you like keep tying your shoelace, and every time you tie your shoelace, you like pick up a cobblestone, put it inside your jacket. And you do this for like 2 days on end. Until like this little area is filled with just a big gap that you've then like gone over, you've dumped soil and sand into it, but made sure like it's kind of sunk down, it's filling with rainwater, and it's kind of this little quagmire of very sticky mud. And then to make sure no one else goes into this and causes a problem, you just put some like boards over it. And then like an hour before your score, you remove the boards, and as soon as the cut goes over that, it's going to get stuck. That'll give you +1 to your engagement roll.
Sweet.
Excellent.
I would say there is a -1 to your engagement roll because you're doing it in a risky area, which is in their actual territory. So in
Is
total,
this daring?
A little bit, but not enough to push it up. Like, you took a minus, like, you did a daring to do it in their territory, but you did deliberately take a -1 for that. It wouldn't make sense if it was it's daring, so you don't take any negatives. It's almost a +1, but you need something else to throw in. So, in total, you've got a 1 dice engagement roll.
All right. Who's rolling it? Oh, Lauren.
You remember last time I was like, I'll roll it. I rolled the entanglement roll and I got us a 6. So hopefully,
Don't jinx it now.
1 dice engagement roll.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
Get a 3.
Oh no.
Okay.
Nick said woot.
And it just puts us in a desperate position for whatever our first action is.
Hey, desperate actions give you XP.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what it is. So you see the cart ahead of you. You've got there just a little bit too late, or maybe they've just got there a bit early. They're already stuck. You're moving into position and you see them and you're like, oh shit, well, we're here. But you don't quite see the fact that off to the side, since you're so focused on that and this is going a little bit off to plan, that a group of bluecoats see you and walk over going, wait a moment. You're on all the wanted posters. You're wanted.
All of them.
All of us or some of us?
All of you by this stage.
The
Oh.
canal rats are wanted specifically.
Can we
Like-
resist this?
This is your setup. This is the desperate position.
Someone else
nothing
grab
to-
the package. I have.
What is what is all your load? We should have done that first.
Oh yeah, of course.
No.
I'm wearing a normal load.
Yeah.
Normal.
Normal.
Normal. Okay, cool. And who has the incendiary device? It is a 1 load.
I probably do.
Yeah, Edwine.
Yeah.
Mark down, you have 1 load.
Big coat.
Okay. A group of 3 bluecoats walk towards you. 2 of them have rifles. 1 of them has a pistol out, and they're kind of aiming them more like at your knee. Like they could bring it up, but they're just lowering it a little bit so they can actually talk.
Can I sway them to not believe that it's us?
Would you like to RP that for me?
I swear
Yeah.
it's not us.
Marching band.
Come straight
With the
between us and the
marching
blue
band.
coats. We need to get a cohort that's just a marching band.
I want that, yeah.
I will allow that.
I'll allow it.
You can make so much use of them.
I guess it's more of like, I think you got the wrong people. I don't know who you think we are, but what you need. And I will offer some documents. I will offer Josh's fake documents.
Yeah, I'm gonna hand over my fine cover
Yeah,
identity,
he assists me by handing the documents.
and I will spend a stress.
It doesn't matter that it's fine, but the cover identity helps.
Oh, of course, because they're like tier 3, 4.
And I will.
Yeah.
So we are desperate, right?
Desperate, and this will have standard effect. Because it was going to be limited, because your wanted level is high enough that they're like, no, I'm pretty sure it's you. But with the documents, it bumps it up to a standard effect. It's gonna
Like,
be a
is the
clock.
documents just a birth certificate to indicate that you have an identical twin?
Well, it's probably
Are
like
you
some random
gonna-
documents that has like a different signature at the end and like letters that have different like names.
No, I like
You
that
gonna
it's just
assist
like,
me,
here's my
Josh?
birth certificate. I have an identical twin.
Okay.
Okay, so you're spending a
Yeah,
stress
so
to
that we-
assist. This
We
is a-
all have
this is-
identical evil twins.
This is a
I'm
clock.
gonna push.
It's a 4-tick clock.
I'm gonna push.
Okay.
So that gives me an extra dice, right?
Mm-hmm. So you've got 2 extra dice.
All right. You know what? Let's see how it goes. 5.
Okay.
5.
It's desperate, so you do get a point of experience. It
Oh,
goes
that's true.
into your resolve
Resolve.
stat.
Mm-hmm.
I think the consequence here is that you tick 2 ticks into that 4-tick clock, which is, yeah, it's not you, or they move on. But they spend a lot of time looking at the documents, looking at your faces, and like, well, I'm not sure about that. What do you think?
These aren't the smugglers you're looking for.
There's gonna be an extra. Oh, this is desperate side effect.
They're gonna shoot us? What?
Oh, it's desperate side effect. Like you were
I
successful.
think the Lamplax get away. It just takes too long. Like
Oh.
everything that we set up for them, they're not there anymore. So like we're gonna have to catch them somewhere else.
That was going to be an opposing clock, effectively. So what I will do is I'll say there's two consequences because it's desperate. The opposing clock is ticked 3 segments out of 4, and you take an extra 2 points of heat because the Bluecoats have a memory of you after this.
Papa's gone to prison.
You may resist either of those as you wish.
Yeah, I was going to say, can we resist the heat one?
Yeah.
You may. That would seem to be a social one, so it sounds like a resolve resist.
Gosh, that's definitely our.
I ain't good at that.
Do you want to
best,
resist
but
that one, Maggie?
You
You're
muted.
Yeah, I'll resolve.
Okay.
And I should technically have 4 dice for this, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
6. Woo.
6,
Nice.
you take no stress. So you see the Lampblacks in the distance, sort of pushing their cart out, beginning to get it out. It's almost gone. But you kind of hurry these guys. No, you don't hurry this. Sorry, this is resisting the heat. Yeah, you're kind of like just focusing on the documents, a little less on your faces, bringing down your caps a little bit. You won't take any extra heat for this, but they still need more convincing. They're about halfway to just being like, we've got to move on. We've not enough time in the day. But they're like, okay, look, I'm not sure about this. We should bring you in just to have a chat, Rook. You know, bring you in. Worst case scenario, you get a cup of tea and you get to leave, right? Yeah, no problem. By the way, any stage discussing with them, because it's the Bluecoats, you may spend a coin to upgrade any of your results as if this was a downtime action.
Can I?
Of course.
Should I have spent a coin to upgrade that
It only got you
those
3
5s
ticks
to
out
a
of
6
4.
earlier?
Yeah, we
No,
just
but
need-
I could have. If
Sorry,
if I
it
had
would
spent a coin-
increase the effect. It wouldn't increase the actual result because you'd still have consequences, but it would increase the effectiveness.
Oh well, meh.
So at this moment, are the Lampblacks stuck in a pothole?
Just
Nearby?
about. They're 3 ticks out of 4 of getting away.
Because we could use that to distract the Bluecoats.
Yeah, I was thinking about going, well, we can come with you in a minute, but how about we tell our friends over there doing suspicious things?
I wouldn't, because then the Bluecoats are just going to be paying attention to us while we set their cart on fire.
We're not going to set the cart on fire yet.
I don't
There's
feel
a
like
timer. It doesn't go off instantly.
Yeah, we just have to
I
plant
thought
it.
you were gonna try to sneak away from the situation. And
Yeah, that's
go
what
to
my inclination would be, to try and sneak away, but failing, I feel like, is probably going to put it in a worse position than just taking another crack at the Bluecoats and
Yep.
then sending Nate in to track them, because I can resist consequences of losing track of them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, let's just make sure that the Bluecoats
If I were to spend the coin, would they not want us to come back with them?
No, it doesn't upgrade the effectiveness. You just get an extra tick. You still need 2 ticks on that clock. Nope.
Can I? Because they're telling us to come with them. Can I sway them?
You can sway them again.
Okay. I'll be like, oh, you all look really busy though. You have a lot of other people to deal with, and what's a bunch of travelers just trying to make their way. You're just gonna waste your time. All that paperwork that you have to do.
Okay. This is desperate. The paperwork won't count now, so it would be desperate limited. You can push that to make it desperate standard if you wish.
This is where spending the coin might be more useful to increase it.
Yeah.
The effectiveness of it.
What do
You
you
can
guys
either
think?
push yourself or spend a coin. It's up to you.
If I push myself, then I'm 1 stress away from trauma.
Shall I assist?
That
Definitely.
wouldn't
is it.
increase the effectiveness. I'll only give her a dice.
But getting an extra dice is good.
Can I increase the effectiveness by trying to bribe them with a fine bottle of whiskey?
Your fine bottle of whiskey isn't fine enough for them. Sorry.
Yeah. I thought it might be.
Definitely give me an assist if you
Yeah,
can
I'll
afford
give you
it.
an assist
I will push.
for sure.
Okay. So you get +1 dice and you get +1 effectiveness. So you're gonna be on desperate standard.
That's for standard. Okay. And then plus an extra dice. Okay, cool. Cross your fingers. 5.
Okay.
We do get the 2 ticks.
Mm-hmm.
You do get the
Yeah,
2
you get the
ticks,
2
so they
ticks.
will move along, but there is a huge consequence. It's the desperate consequence. So, Ruby, take a point of experience into your resolve again.
Mm-hmm.
Desperate consequences. Desperate consequences. I think I know one desperate consequence. And I think the other one is just +1 heat. One of them is they come down harshly on an ally of yours. And I mean very harshly. As in, you make them look like fools, and they don't play nice about it. They straight up come down very harshly, and they do not like being made look like fools.
I cannot resist this, just so you all know. I haven't. If I take one more stress, I'm taking
I've
another
got-
trauma.
Insight
no
or
stress.
resolve resist?
I think it'd be resolve.
Resolve, because you're trying to convince them it's
Yeah.
a social consequence.
Got 2 in resolve. Well, 3.
Same.
2's not bad. Josh has 3.
Got 1.
One.
Oh.
Remember, you all have +1 dice on your resist rolls because of that ability,
Yeah.
so it's not
I
bad.
have some stress already, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to take more by doing some prowl.
I have no stress, so I can go
Okay.
for it. Let's
We'll
do
take
it.
the
Wait,
+1
Bentham,
heat.
do you have 2 in resolve because of the bonus?
No, I have 3 because of the bonus.
Okay, cool. All right.
I'll give it a shot.
Give it a shot.
You take 1 stress.
All right.
What do you say?
So this is to stop him going after. Do we know who it's gonna be? Did they say anything?
No, this would be afterwards because they're made to look fools. But I will tell you now because you've chosen to resist it. I was gonna kill Eckhart.
Okay. I think then it's that I find out beforehand and I warn Eckhart and they go to Eckhart's normal site and they see Eckhart floating face down in the thing pretending to be dead and they're like, well, guess he's been dealt with.
Secretly,
and then
you've
a
got
little
like
bit-
him with like a tube out of his mouth to somewhere else.
Yep. And then a little bit down the canella, pulling back out like, I think we got him.
Okay, flash back to the score. You take 1 heat. Does anyone want to resist the 1 heat?
Oh, that's separate.
You can take that. That's probably fine.
Do we want to take that extra heat or do we want to resist it?
It's 1 heat. We can clear it with a.
Let's take it for now.
Yeah.
Okay. Add 1 heat to your sheet. That'll happen immediately.
Did it.
Okay.
And they're just like, look, we've got to move on. Better not be here when we get back. They hurry past as they can hear something on the distance.
I
Someone's
nod,
like,
tap my
the
little
price of
top
fish
hat.
is too high. No, look, it's always been this. No, you've increasing prices. These aren't even real fish. Start battering each other in the background. Some picks a fish and starts hitting someone, and the Bluecoats run over.
Nathan gets involved, steals the fish.
Got him, birds.
Nathan leaves it because it's not a real fish. So has the cart moved on?
No, it's about to. Literally 1 tick away.
Okay, let's go.
Hmm?
Are they currently lifting it out of the pothole?
Yeah.
Are they all around one side of it then?
There's 2 people around one side. There's someone with a rifle who's like watching at the back, and someone at the front next to the horse who's kind of patting it. Sorry, it's not a horse. It would be a draft animal of some kind. It'd be like a kind of very weedy bull.
So,
Okay, I
gonna
kind of
sneak
want to
up on
find a way to
her?
spook the horse or something, but Ideally not while the horse is attached to the cart. That seems like a bad idea.
I mean, making it just like panic and rear for a second will distract the people.
Yeah, I was thinking of it as like a setup action to make some people a little bit distracted to give.
Could you have
position or
Naden go
effect.
down and like kind of distract the horse while Edwine
That's kind of
goes
what I
and
was
puts the
thinking.
package?
is-
Yeah.
Is having Naden, Marin having Naden do a setup action for spooking the horse slightly enough that it would be enough of a distraction to give a bonus to improve the effect probably, or improve the position of the person sneaking. Because it seems like Eckhard's going to be the one sneaking, or is Marin going to be the one sneaking?
Would it be a group sneak?
We don't need everyone to go over there. It's really like one person sneak up to the cart to place the thing.
My only reason behind that is because Edwine's prowl is maybe not the best.
Yeah, I might need an assist on my prowl or something.
Yeah.
Which we can help in different ways, like this.
That's true. We
Yell
we
in
can
the distance, or like you and Papa could start an argument in the street. That's like that can be the assist.
That's true.
Yeah, look at the state of these roads. I told him.
Oh, my ankle.
I was thinking
wanna
of
try
just
that?
pretending to
I
be
mean,
drunk.
the question I have is who placing the device, does that require a roll?
To get
Yes.
maximum damage, yes.
Tinkering,
The
probably.
placement will be a wreck, right?
Yes.
Oh. I thought you
Okay,
could
That's
so
why
Getting
that's why
up to the cart would presumably be a prowl.
Okay, so first let's do the setup, then let's do the prowl, and then let's do the wreck.
Now, bear in mind that they are on guard, so it's not quite desperate position for you, but they've definitely started to move people away. They've seen you talking to the Bluecoats briefly, but didn't pay much attention. So this is like a standard position at the moment, but they are a bit on guard. It could go into desperate
Yeah, no,
if
that's
they
fair.
get on.
So I want to do a setup for Naden. I mean, it's really like Marin's we're trying to do a setup roll.
Trying to spook the horse a little bit, like
Trying to spook the
the
horse a
bird.
little bit to pull some of their attention away, or at least a couple of people's attention away from wherever Edwine wants
Also,
to.
we've consistently been forgetting that you've got tinnitus, so you should be at much lower effect, Ruby.
Isn't that done? now?
No, it's still there. It's been their whole mission.
Yeah, it's still not quite dealt with. She's got one tick
Yeah.
to go,
And
I
one
think, on
tick,
the
yeah.
clock. Don't let anyone punch you in this mission.
Also, because of that, they're like literally lifting the cart out right now.
okay.
All right, I'm gonna send the bird in. Let's do it.
Okay.
But
Well,
Roll for bird.
Roll for.
you could take
roll
off the
for
last
action.
rolls too.
Well, it would go down to being like less effectiveness, and you'd only got 2 on the 4, so I'm not going to retcon all of that, but it's...
Well, I'm just saying you could take off the last rolls on all of them because then
Naden spooks the
all my
crap out of that
would
horse.
give
It
the
doesn't
effect
change your
instead
dice
of
roll, it changes the
giving me
effect.
That's true.
6. Yeah, the bull on the front, kind of weedy, and see ribs sticking out.
Probably not pleased by being dive bombed by an osprey.
that my pushing changes the dice roll, but I could push to change the effect instead. Is what I meant by that. But yeah.
Yeah, but that means we reroll. Remember, we've got the rule about
Yeah,
rerolling.
yeah.
We used it to the effect last session. With that, like the bull starts pulling forwards, the entire cart lurches. A couple of things fall out the back. The person who was like leaning against it is like, whoa, notices it go forwards. It starts to shift slowly, and the others are like, oh crap, what's going on?
So this is a setup action, which means you get an improved effect or improved position. I
position,
think in this instance, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like controlled position would probably make sense because it means you're going in while they're a little bit more distracted. And that also means lower consequences if you do get caught. Does that
And
make
at
sense
this
to you,
point-
Bentham? If you're going in?
are we
Uh,
going to activate the stealth ritual
Yeah, that's
for extra?
When he does the prowl, yes. That'll be next after the setup.
That was the setup. This is the
yeah, that's
prowl.
the setup. It's done.
Okay, yeah, the prowl will
Do
be
you
the first
ritual
thing
right
then.
now?
We would
I
activate.
honestly don't necessarily think we need to. I would rather
They
do
have a higher
something.
tier than you, so you're going to be less effective against them.
Okay,
I
well,
also only have one roll die.
Yeah,
that's why I'm
someone
saying
needs-
we also need someone to help. Like we get
Yes.
we can get a help. You push yourself, you improve your position. I say let's not activate the ritual until we need to, because it will have consequences associated with it.
Okay. Papa's going to go in there socially, like stuff fell off. He's going to be a good citizen and help them pick things up and just distract them and be a pain in the ass.
Right.
I'll push stress. Gain an extra dice, Edwine.
All right, and I'll push as well. And what was the position in effect?
By default, it is risky limited because of your tier being much lower than them. You can choose to increase your effect or your position.
Probably make it risky standard, but I only have 2 dice. As it
No,
stands.
I've improved my setup action improved your position. You are risky standard now.
Oh, so it's right. It's risky standard. So probably add another die then.
Wait, why don't we want to use the ritual? I'm so confused. I thought the whole point of
The
this was
ritual
to
comes with consequences. Doing
the
it.
consequences. The consequences here are that if there were ghosts around, which there are not, I would feel it if there were. They would gain power.
But ghosts may show up.
Yeah.
There's always additional consequences to rituals, which are nebulous and problematic, but they generally increase the more use the ritual is. The first time is not as bad.
And I'll know as soon as if there is a ghost in the area.
Yeah, I just think for a single I feel like we get the most benefit using that ritual when we're doing a group stealth action. It's one person right now.
For sure. Oh, for sure. The
more
most
often
benefit
we
would
use
be
that
for the
ritual.
full entire group. But I'm just saying his role, he doesn't have a lot to go with his role. But
My
guess-
suggestion.
Well, we've got it up to risky standard 3 dice.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
So
good.
can try.
If we want to use the ritual, we can use the ritual. It would give him 1 extra die, which I feel like I feel like I'd rather just resist the consequences for them catching him than.
That's true.
Okay.
I can do that as well. I've still got enough stress left.
He'd gain potency, so he'd be great.
But is that going to make a difference in this instance? If standard effect gets him all the way to the cart, being great effect doesn't really get us anything.
Great effect wouldn't do very much more.
Just go for it. Just roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the hands of Orange Jesus.
Beautiful.
Orange Jesus says no. 2-1-2.
Okay. A few other people go to help them pick stuff up because some of it opens up and they see stuff fall out the back. And these people block your position and allow the cart to move on. The cow is just moving pretty fast and taking away from you. The other consequence is that the guard kind of spots you and walks over and kind of positions himself between you and like looks at you, is very much paying attention to you now.
Gonna resist that.
Which one? The guard?
If you resist the guard, so the other one is resisting
The cart getting away.
the cart getting away, would that fall under losing track of someone?
That would fall under probably prowess. You wouldn't lose track of them, it'd just be much further away. So that'd
Yeah,
be
we know where they
prowess
are. It's just
keeping
they're no
up.
longer.
Yeah, getting through obstacles. Whereas the guard looking at you, you could use a resolve or prowess because you could either play it off. No, you're sneaking, so it has to be prowess in both cases because you're trying to resist the consequences of sneaking.
I'll resist the prowess.
Okay, which one?
We have 2.
I'm resisting the sneaking if Edwin wants to resist the noticing.
Okay.
So or get the cart getting away. So I think Marin probably just like sends
you can just
Nathan
like
in
step
again.
in front of the
or-
car for a second and then just shift to the side, like slow it down. It has to slow down a little bit. Sure.
Yeah. I get a fucking crit on my resist. I take no stress.
You take 0
Woo!
stress. When you roll a crit, you clear a stress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. I do.
Nice.
Marin
one
feels
of-
great about herself.
What am I rolling for resisting being
Prowess.
spotted?
Prowess or resolve. He said
Prowess,
either.
because it has to be prowess, because he chose to sneak rather than social towards it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yep, I will attempt to melt into the crowd. Well, I will melt into the crowd. Just maybe I'll panic as I do so.
You take 0 stress.
Nice.
Woo!
The guard like looks over
Nice.
and
I really
instead
like
of
this
actually
new
spotting
ability we
you,
have.
You just duck, and he just like.
This +1
Forged in
to all
the Fire
resistance
was a
rolls
great
is awesome.
Oh my
for
god,
our
it's so
group.
good.
So good.
It makes,
If
Forged in the
you're
Fire
playing
is a
Blades in the
fantastic
Dark and you're thinking about a special ability,
Yeah.
it's pretty handy.
it's just so useful to always have an extra die on resistance rolls
Honestly-
for everybody in your
Honestly,
group.
Forged in the Fire is a great starting ability because when you have like 0 to 1 resist die,
Yeah.
having
Oh,
an extra
yeah.
one is a huge difference as opposed to when you've got
Yeah.
2 or 3 and getting 1 is That's nice, but starting ability is great. If you got it late in the campaign, it would start to fall off.
Yeah, this is we only have 2 special abilities right now, so we're pretty early.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe we have 3. We only have 2.
You chose another time instead of getting special ability to get base stuff and so on.
Yeah, we got a secure.
You've leveled up 3 times. Edwine, you find yourself not being able to capture the cart, but you aren't negatively penalized for it. You managed to just about keep to the side.
You want to try again?
Melt into the crowd. And yeah, then I melt back out of the crowd in a different place.
Okay, are you being assisted? You doing stuff? Because you're still risky limited.
I can do another setup action. Again. I think this time we sort of established like Marin's gone up to the cart, so I can like just like tap someone on the shoulder and then walk away. Just do that to like a bunch of the carts.
Prowl set up. Okay.
Yeah.
Or hunt set up. You can hunt the guard.
Yeah. I mean, it makes it's about the same for me, but yeah, I'll do a setup action to improve your effect, and then if someone else wants to push, to give you the bonus die, or help to give the bonus die.
I cannot aid you in any way.
That's
Ruby shot her entire load.
I did everything to help us get out of the blue coat situation.
I feel like
I'm still good to push.
Because Papa was a nice person. He's like helped put things back on the cart, and he's
Papa. Do you want to do the setup action, and I'll take the stress for assisting?
Yeah, sure.
Because you could do it with like a consort, or
I'd like to consort to just like clog up their brains with talking about the weather.
Yep. Okay.
You go up to them with like a piece of paper, like, listen, I've been trying to get these roads fixed for ages. I'm petitioning the council. Will you sign it for me?
You go up to them, you go, did you see that ludicrous display last night?
This marching band is great. You have to go see them. I mean, they might come to you, but either way, it's awesome.
The problem with the marching band is they always try and walk it in.
they do.
They really should be marching it in. All right, so you do that. I'll take a stress, so you get a bonus die.
Papa, your setup action, it is risky, limited. But it doesn't matter because setup action will just give a setup, but it's still risky.
This is, do I want to push on this? It's just a setup. I will.
It's risky though.
It's risky, but I'm okay with that.
You say that now.
I'll just shoot them if something goes wrong. Right.
5.
Yeah.
La 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 la. They're just trying to ignore me, or they're engaging with me, and I'm just walking alongside.
I think the guards, though they pay attention a bit more to you, which is allowing Edwine to get a little bit closer, they get more on edge. And they're going to be reacting pretty hostilely now they're pushing the crowds back. You can resist this if you want. It will be a resolve resist.
Resolve resist could trauma me, so I'm not super into that.
Okay.
Dear.
Edwine, you get your +1 die. Your position's been improved. However, the risk's gone up. Desperate.
Desperate.
Standard.
Okay. Now I'm gonna push myself. Should I push to make it not desperate, or should I just go all in and be desperate with 3 dice?
Push to change the risk. You can only
push. Oh, yeah, okay, right.
You could push to make it great and then bring your position and effect down.
Trade position and effect.
Oh, right, okay. So you can, just in a roundabout way.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
You can't always trade position effect. It's up to the GM, but most of the time I say that's fine. I understand how you can play it a little bit more careful, so.
I'm tempted to just go with the desperate, because then I get some
XP. Sweet XP. Ruby got some earlier.
I mean, they'll probably just shoot you if you fuck it up, so. I don't know if that helps or not.
Oh, Lauren. That
yeah. Would you like tier 3 or 4 harm?
I'll
That's
just
desperate.
shoot you. It's fine.
Last time I gave a desperate fail to Marin, it was a 3-2-1.
Yeah, you gave me just a full suite of harm.
Oh yeah, it's great. Edwine, what are you doing?
Let's do it.
Desperate. You pushing?
Yep.
+2 die, desperate standard. Go for it.
Here we go.
Oh, you rolled the wrong thing.
That's the wrong thing. Never mind.
Damn it!
Press all the buttons again.
It's like, why are you rolling wreck? You're not there yet, as much as I would like you to be.
I just default to wrecking. I'm like, is it time to wreck yet? Wreck. Press the wreck button. And then I was like, that's too many dice.
Breaking cobblestones, being like,
Okay, here we
oh,
go.
wrong one. 6. Wait,
Five.
5.
What are you yelling 6 for?
The 3D dice set of
Wait,
6.
are you missing a dice? Are you supposed to have 4 dice or?
No,
No,
3.
Okay.
Okay. So you get there, but there's a consequence.
I do the thing. It goes wrong as well.
What could be a consequence? Yeah. They don't spot you. That's the thing. They can't spot you, but there must be a consequence.
He gets kicked by the cow and takes
He
harm.
takes damage.
The timing might not be right.
I know what the
No,
consequence
that'd be on
is.
the wreck roll.
This
Right,
is
yeah, of
about
course.
sneaking up to the cart. Someone else spots me who
It's
isn't
desperate. So I think 3 things are going to happen.
the. Oh,
One,
God.
the guards have congregated at the back. So you sneak around the front. You're kind of like at a sort of a quick jog, trying not to look like you're running, but you're trying to keep the cart. You're trying to get in the front. The driver's like leaning around, not paying attention. You manage to just about get there. You do get kicked by the cow pretty hard. You take level 2 harm, kicked by a cow.
Okay.
So that would be first consequence. Second consequence, you get in there, and as you do so, you rolled a wreck earlier, which gave me the idea. You've nervously been holding the thing under you, just checking the spring every now and again, just being like, yeah, it works, it works. You accidentally pull it too far, clack. It starts ticking down. Now, you need to place it still, but it's already now armed.
Is it still 10 minutes to go?
It's a little shorter than that. Not emergency, but it's not like you have a chance to delay now.
Okay.
Thirdly, as the cow kicks you and you kind of scramble up, you kick it in the backside as well. The cart starts to move fast and starts to leave the rest of your group behind, and a couple of the guards.
Oh my god.
Which
But
would you like to
will I
resist?
have planted the device?
No. This is all the reaction to you getting on the cart. Desperate,
Okay.
remember?
Papa,
Which
But
ones
what-
of these
hang on.
consequences do we want to resist?
Well, the one that negates the entire point, probably.
yeah, I'm gonna.
Which one's that?
The one where the cart runs off?
No, you're on
Hmm.
the cart.
I'm on the cart.
You pass your prowl, you get to
Oh.
the cart, and actually manage to climb up onto it as the cow kicks you. You kick back, the thing gets caught, and it starts to leave.
Papa is going to resist the runaway cow by just yanking on the reins while the driver is not paying attention. It's just going to lean over and yank on the reins.
You are positioned behind, the guards are very much paying attention to you. It's difficult for you to do that because you're positioned away from the other side. Like, the guards are very much congregated around you, being the distraction.
Mhm.
I would say, like, almost
I
anyone
mean-
else could, but for you, you're out of position for that.
The runaway cart could weirdly be to our advantage. It's the harm you want to resist down to at least level 1. So I would expend your armor because you're gonna have
Oh,
a
yeah,
-1
armor.
die on the wreck roll, which would suck.
And also
Um,
on healing rolls, which would be a nightmare in downtime.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to spend my armor to turn that down to 1 and leave it at that, I think.
You have my special limit, yes.
That's good.
You may want to consider resisting the other one just because you'll have less effect
Yeah.
on things like planting the device.
Mhm.
I don't know how much stress you have available.
I've got 4 till I'm...
I forgot the second.
Trauma.
There was the runaway cow. There was the harm. There was
The bomb's now ticking.
That's fine, I don't care.
It just stops you from, like, leaving and coming back, like, at a different point. Like, you're now, like, on a timer.
yeah. No, we're just
Committed.
doing it now.
Yeah.
Do we want to resist the runaway cow? Because I think Marin could probably do that one. if
I think
you
Josh
want.
wanted to do that one.
Josh can't, he's out of position.
Yeah, Josh
Oh,
isn't in the
okay.
right spot. But Marin, like we sort of she's been like prowling around. And I feel like she's spooked this creature so many times, but I I almost want to say like she commands it, because that's like a thing that she does. Because I don't want to make a roll for this, but this is her resistance, and she like locks eye contact with the cow and is just like, shh.
They're gonna be like,
There's a weird affinity for animals.
We just see Marin like step into the road, really wide leg posture, and is just like, okay, do the resolve.
So I will make it with resolve. Insight would definitely
and
be
then
better.
she gets trampled by a cow.
Ooh, wait, is there a way I could have done it with insight?
I don't think so, because that's about surveying and stuff.
Yeah, it's just kind of like knowing something is about to happen.
Yeah, like it's often about the distant consequence of a surprise
Ooh.
and so on.
Oh no, that would be like an action. I feel like is there a way I could have cut the whatever's connecting it to the
That would be like a flashback reaction.
I could totally do that. How much would that have been to have I guess
Yeah,
that's a difficult one to have flashbacked because
it's in score. Normally you flashback outside score.
yeah.
I would say probably you can't flashback in score because that's what resistance rolls are for.
Could I make a resistance roll to, and this might not be insight, this might be prowess instead, to just like unhitch it right when I see them going up to it, or would that be too close?
I would say yes, on the condition of it will put you in a dangerous situation because you've just fucked with the cart.
We're about to set it on fire.
True, but they don't know necessarily who's responsible for that.
We're about
They
to
haven't
plant a
clocked any of
device
you.
and then hopefully sneak away without them knowing, and then later their car will spontaneously combust.
Yeah.
If
It's
you-
fine. I can just make the resistance roll with resolve and just
If you want to do it with prowl,
command
with
the
prowess,
cow.
you could. Just the guard is going to be like, dude, what
resolve
the
and
fuck?
prowess don't make much of a difference. It's really only if there was a way to make it make sense with insight, but I don't think there is. So we'll just
No, sadly, it's nearly always like a.
I will
surprise.
take 2 stress.
Take 2 stress, but you do stand there, and the cow. Cloud of dust goes over you, and the cow's like right there next to you, like.
Pat, pat, pat.
Two of the guards start running back to the cart. Edwine, you're crouched down amongst a few boxes, and there's a ticking next to you. The guard in the front is like, "Get out of the road!
I was gonna get trampled by your cow.
Then don't get in the fucking road!"
You should have better control over it. She just starts yelling back. All right, Edward, get this done.
Okay, I'm
She's never sounded like that.
No.
I'm just gonna take.
You have to imagine, like, Marin used to swear like a pirate and was very, had emotions.
I'm gonna take kicked by a cow at 1 using my armor
Okay.
because I'm worried about resistance rolls
That would
because
be
I'm
level
starting to
1
run out of
cowed.
capacity. Yep. Okay.
You will have lesser effect.
You could spread
And-
your heavy armor as well.
I can't because I have the bomb is one
It's on
box.
low.
Right. Okay.
I should have been heavy. Though that probably would have made the prowl.
The
more
blue coats
difficult.
would have just been like, "Oh, you're heavy, cool, you're coming with us." The prowl would have also failed.
Okay. Okay, planting the device.
Okay. Do you want to do a rec for that?
Yep.
Lesser effect?
What's the? Is that where it's going to be?
The position is desperate because you've got guards all around you.
Okay. So it's starting at desperate limited, was it?
Yep.
Okay, and I could.
Push to make it desperate standard.
Yeah, I'd still only have 2 dice.
You only have 2 dice on rec?
Yeah. It's the next thing on the list to upgrade.
It's also desperate because the bomb is already ticking.
Yeah,
Planting
no,
this
no,
bomb
no,
could
no.
literally detonate like it's armed.
If you push for position, I can help for a die.
How many
I'll
stress
take
Maureen
that.
is very clearly in the front of the cart, and she's just kind of just like yelling slightly at this cow and this person.
All right, that puts us at
channeling her
desperate
to
standard
save
3
her.
dice.
So I will take 1 stress to help you.
All right,
Could you push yourself at all?
I've done it.
He's pushing
Oh.
for the position.
All right, here we
You're
go.
pushing for position. Okay.
Perfect, actually. 6.
6.
Woo! Yes, finally.
That's what we needed.
You like
Everyone
find the
bail.
perfect place for the bomb in the very center. You carefully place it. You like apply some like solvent stuff to the back just to make sure it's like nice and properly settled. They're not gonna move, and then you just carefully check the trigger, and it's ticking down. It's ready to go. Marion, you're there going, oh, get out of the run!
Oh, the cow!
You are about 50 meters from a warehouse where this cart looked like it was going. It's pretty much in that territory right now. It's almost home. Papa, Ruby, you're out to the side. You're basically cut and dry by this point. You're good. Marion could basically leave if she wanted to. The only one who would have to leave quietly or quickly or anything like that would be Edwine, because he is in their cart.
Good luck, Edwine. Tumble out of there.
I can't push myself anymore because I don't have enough stress left for that. So that's fun.
I was going to make sure you can get out of there.
It's going to be a prowl roll, most likely, no matter what.
Yeah, I could either help you or we could turn it into a group. Prowl?
Or set up. Set up and help.
Depends on if you want the extra die or the effect.
What's
you
your
want?
prowl, Bentham?
1.
Yeah, do you want a hand?
That'd be nice.
All right.
I'm starting to think maybe we should have sent in someone who was good at sneaking and have them have to try harder on the wrecking.
Don't knock the fact that wreck went perfectly.
Oh,
Yeah, like I roll
Go
like
for
I
two.
may be the best one at prowling. I am 0 dice for wrecking. And I feel like it's a toss up, right? We could have done as much stuff as possible.
Also,
but if
your prowl roll
if we
wasn't
get-
that bad.
If we get enough XP at the end of the session, I'm just going to upgrade my wreck, because with that combined with the Desperates that I just got 2 of in a row, I could just get it leveled up.
Yeah.
Look forward to the Desperate Prowl.
Or level up my prowl, and then I've got 2 for next time.
Yeah. So what do you need here? We have people
I can
willing
get-
to assist you, or they're willing to set you up depending on what you need.
It's whatever you can give me. I can't push myself, so as it stands, it's just going to be whatever the roll is.
Okay, what's the
It's one
position
die.
and effect right now? Because we could do one person does a setup and one
You
person
didn't
does a-
actually have the cart run away because you resisted that, so it won't be a Desperate Prowl by this stage because there's enough people round and you already got in. They're looking for people getting in. I would say it would be standard effect. No, limited effect. Oh god. The higher tier, you're injured.
Yeah, I was just gonna say he's injured, so
yeah,
he's
okay.
actually has
No
less effect.
effect. Risky.
No effect,
Oh.
risky.
Fun.
So he needs the setup.
I would
Okay.
say they aren't that higher tier. I'll make it risky limited.
Okay. So then probably getting a second die is the number 1 priority. So I've got
Let's
to...
have one person do a setup and one person do do the help. So I don't mind doing either. Alternatively, we can find there isn't really a way to do this as a group prowl because we're not actively together. So Papa, what's your current stress at?
I have 3 stress remaining.
Okay, I have 2 that I can take before trauma. So would you rather do the setup or the help?
I can do the setup. I'm not sure what Papa would do though. He can finesse the situation.
Chat suggesting Devil's Bargain, fall in love with the bull.
You try to buy the bowl off of them.
My best bet would be for me if I'm doing a setup, hunt, prowl, or skirmish are the best actions for me to take for a setup, which don't seem like particularly helpful ones in this situation. I don't.
Okay, I'm
think
gonna
that
make
me
sure that
hunting the cow or sneaking away or punching the cow are the best plans. But boy, is skirmish tempting as a setup action.
same.
Like,
Right.
what if I just hit the cow and be like, all right then, and just smack it on? Like, okay, in fairness, and we'll make an argument for this. If I smacked the cow with skirmish to get it to move, if Edwine fucks up, it would be a bad thing. But if it happens right as he's like tucking and rolling out of it and the cart's going away and he like leaps out of it at the same time, they're going to be far more distracted by a runaway cart than they would be by a person running at it. I just feel like it's setting him up for potential.
Yeah, whether or not they see me, they're going to be dealing with that.
Okay, I'll allow it on one condition.
Uh-huh.
Instead of reducing the effectiveness, because you're skirmishing the cow. You're not commanding, you're skirmishing the cow. Like, skirmish is for causing the damage. Instead of reducing the effect, I'll increase the riskiness of that.
Back to desperate.
Desperate, standard. Would you like to slap the cow?
For my setup action?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the best argument that I've got for me to use a skill. That being said, if someone wants to use something else, then feel free, Josh, to suggest it. This is just the only way
Papa
I've
was
got
just gonna
two dice roll.
continue to distract the guards specifically, because they're the ones with guns.
Better if you can roll a different 2 dice action. I just was trying to make an argument for something that used 2 dice.
Also skirmish, but with guards.
This
No.
poor cow.
No!
Poor cow has had
Starts
such a
punching,
bad
kicking
time.
the cow.
No, Papa's just gonna start acting drunk. He's gonna pull out his fine bottle of whiskey and start consorting with them and just like try and diffuse the situation because they're on edge, right?
Sure.
Okay,
distract
I
the
think
guards a
that
bit.
makes more sense than slapping the cow with skirmish.
No, you should totally try and slap the cow.
This
I
poor
mean, I
cow.
wanted to throw out a suggestion. I'm not saying it was a good one.
I loved it.
What
Sure.
What I
Risky, limited, they're a higher tier than you. I'll let you trade position for effect.
It's a setup action.
It's set up.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah, true.
So no.
Risky then.
Risky limited, you say? No, I will actually push myself for standard effect.
You don't need to on set of action. You succeed, you succeed.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
I think so,
that's
because
it.
I think the purpose in part of helping in setup actions is to give people who are like injured and have lesser effect a way to be helpful.
Yeah. Okay. Let's roll it. 6.
Nice.
No, mate, just go! Go home! You've caused us enough problems, please, just go! Just
But this
leave!
is really good. Takes a
Leave!
huge swig.
Just leave!
But seriously, here's 2 tickets to the
Not
marching band.
seriously! Just go home!
How does the marching band sell tickets?
Because they
well,
also have a concert hall.
they do now.
You get yes, increased position, I assume. Increased effect, sorry.
Or effect, yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna be you're gonna be risky limited.
Risky
Risky standard.
standard.
wine?
Yeah, and then
Okay.
someone's gonna help you sneak away.
Right. Risky, standard, and then who's giving me a die?
Then
I
I'll
will
take a
push
stress.
myself to help you.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's Lauren.
Marin
This is-
takes the stress.
Probably still being belligerent about the cow, but like
You mean
not.
you're being belligerent?
Is it a bull?
It is.
Oh yeah, then I am.
There was a better pun by Rick earlier, which was stop being mean to the cow, don't be a bully.
Mm.
Pretty good.
I'm gonna roll it. 4 and a 4 and a 1, just scraped the bare minimum to not completely fail.
Okay. You are successful. You jump out of the cart, and no one sees you. It's brilliant. But just then, the guy's like, oh, for God's sake, just give up on this. Starts moving. You stumble. Your leg goes under the front wheel, and there's a... And then the wheel goes over your other leg.
Ah!
You take level 2 harm and level 1 harm.
We're gonna spend points on a doctor.
Is that 2 consequences or
Yeah,
1 consequence?
You may
Then
resist
there's no
with
point
insight.
resisting.
You may
No
resist
point
with
resisting the
prowess.
level 2 because I'll already be full on wands. Or oh no, if I resist the 2, it's negated entirely, is it?
It would be lowered by no. This one will be negated entirely. This one will be
Resist if
negated
you
entirely.
can, because
Wait, I can't resist. I've only got like if I roll anything less than a 5 on the resistance, then I trauma.
I'll let you resist with an insight roll. Check your landing.
No. We've had rolls of like 1, 2, 2, 1 before. I'm not doing it.
Can I expend my special armor to mastermind this so he doesn't break his goddamn legs?
How do you do this?
I don't leave. I continue to piss off the guards, but I also reach round to the driver on one side because I see he's going to get run over, and then he's just like, and he pulls the reins as he's looking round.
Good.
Steers the wheel away from you. You see it close, very close to you. The other one does clip you, doing level 1 harm.
Okay, I'll take that.
You take level 1 harm, wheelie. It's wheelie bad.
wheelie
Really
damage.
bad.
It's wheelie.
I've got a wheelie bad leg.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And I'm cowed.
Wheelie cowed.
You should have moved over.
Okay, let's just move on.
You just use that pun. You're not allowed to. It's utterly ridiculous.
There we go. I was waiting for the other one. Look, okay, they hoof it. And they get to the end of the street before you hear a bang, 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 bang.
Oh no.
And the
What
car goes up
happened?
in flames very quickly. You've all quickly dispersed into the streets. Your mission very successful.
Those poor guards have had just a hell of an hour.
Yep.
Basically got attacked by peasants when their cart got stuck in the mud and then it
You
exploded.
might say they were dealing with a lot of bullshit.
Good one. It depends. If it was like a typical black and white cow, I thought you'd have been spotted.
I was pushing it a little bit too much.
Yeah, we're a bit. I think we've run out of good puns here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bad news, people wounded. Good news, roast beef.
I was gonna be like, this seems like a roast.
You didn't
I'm gonna be
need to
real with
act
you
out
all.
a cow
If I had
burning to
some
death,
points-
E.
To
Yes, I did.
assist,
It
I
was
would save
worth
the
it.
cow.
It was so worth it.
Can I spend a coin to save the cow?
If you
kidding.
want to spend a coin, tell me how you
What?
save the cow.
Do you not
Resist
want a cow
consequence,
ghost,
the
though?
cow dies.
Surely you want a cow ghost.
Cows have ghosts.
Ghost?
Cow doesn't have ghost.
Oh.
Okay. If I have a cow,
Don't have a cow, man.
okay.
We did the job!
Yeah.
Yay!
I'm very pleased you did the job. Now, here is your money, and let us not hear the sounds of the cow again. Thank you very much, Papa. We do not need those repeated.
Do you really
want
want
to
some
put-
tickets to go see a marching band?
Fuck off.
Like this entire marching band becomes fabricated. Like they're not even.
Yeah.
It becomes like
You
an
just
urban
start
fairy
selling
tale.
tickets to shows that aren't happening.
No, the actual marching band needs to become a faction now.
Okay,
I want them to be
Tier
a
6
cohort.
strong.
I think a
Your
cohort
cohort.
that's a marching band
You
would
take
be
4
surprising.
rep.
Yay!
Take the 4 rep.
Yay!
You get
They're
your 4
enemies with an
coin.
orchestra.
Do you want 1 coin each, or do you want to put that 4 in your faction?
Should we do one each?
One each
Sure.
because there's some in the pot right now.
Okay.
So.
Right, let's do heat. You already got the 1 added, so... This was contained, just.
Barely contained.
It did involve killing, but it was of the cow,
Cows don't cause ghosts.
so it's only 2. It did
That's
happen
their
on
fault for not
hostile
mentioning
turf. But I'll say just enough that it doesn't count. You just take the 2. I'm gonna say it's 3 because it got a little bit heated, but it's not heated enough. So just the 3 to heat, nothing more.
3 heat.
3
That puts
total?
3 total.
Yeah. That puts us at 5 heat, which is way better than we thought it would be.
I know, right? I was estimating at least a minimum of 6.
Yeah,
How-
that was an entire wanted level less than we thought it would be.
We do still need to roll our entanglement.
Okay.
I'm not doing it. I've rolled an engagement roll and an entanglement,
Maggie
and
was
neither of them
last.
have
Sorry,
gone.
Maggie.
No, Josh was definitely last. I had mine on my
No.
nose.
On our cameras, the
Yeah.
On my camera, it was him.
Yeah, but because
The Atlantic has betrayed
get
you.
faster. We get independently. Sorry, it was Josh was first. It was close.
What did the chat say?
Yeah, see
You
what showed
don't-
up first on the stream.
You don't want my
Because what's on the
dice.
stream, you can
Well,
you can.
what
click
EE
it.
stream is my
EECs will be what's on the
perspective, yeah.
stream.
That's true. What he sees is
Oh, that's true. What EE sees is whatever.
roll,
I'll
yeah.
roll it. If I fail, it's okay. It's your guys' fault.
That's
I
right.
didn't
I've
do
already fucked up
anything.
twice, so
Roll a 6. Go on.
Where's the?
Just roll the
on the
wanted.
Canal Rats sheet.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Middle
Entanglement.
right. Roll
It's
engagement.
wanted.
Above
Oh,
the
hit the
clocks.
wanted. That's it.
okay, we're heat 4/5.
5.
5.
Reprisals or unquiet dead. Reprisals.
Tell me that's not the bloomin'.
An
humans
enemy
of tier
faction
one
makes a
again.
move against you or a friend, contact a vice purveyor. Pay them 1 coin or rep per tier as an apology. Allow them to mess with you or yours, or fight back and show them who's boss.
It's the cow ghost.
The cow ghost.
What's your rep with the blue coats?
Cows don't have ghosts.
What the-
Oh,
Our,
right.
our status with the blue coats is 0.
They aren't an enemy faction, so they can't
No,
be them.
our enemy factions are inspectors and spirit wardens and lampblacks and
Fog
foghounds.
hounds.
Yeah, I know what it is then.
Goddamn fog hounds.
Great.
The Spirit Wardens.
Oh,
We found a cow ghost, and we're
There's
not
no
happy.
cow ghosts though.
Can you guess who they mess with?
Eckhart.
No.
Nyrix?
Oh.
Oh.
But why? That doesn't make any. That doesn't make any sense. But okay, sure.
they're linked to you.
But I didn't. Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying for most of that session, I wasn't really involved.
Doesn't have to be that session. It's an enemy faction.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they hate us in general now.
These are consequences of your wanted level in total. It's consequences of you as
Gotcha,
a faction. It's not the
gotcha.
consequence of
Okay.
any one particular score. So, you get a choice. You pay them 1 rep and 1 coin per tier. Allow them to mess with her or fight back.
I'm not fighting back. Sorry, we can't do that against the spirit wardens. They're tier 4. So we're either going to pay 4 coin and 4 rep. That's up to you. You know
that's
your contact
everything.
better.
She is messed with. So, what happens when we down to a dice roll?
I have 3 coin that I could spend. I don't have 4 coin to spend.
You can dissolve your stash if you need to.
I'm willing to make it as a group decision. You know your contact better of like what the consequences of that could possibly be. If you don't want them to mess with her, like we can spend the 4 coin and the 4 rep.
But if we do that, that undoes all of the work of the run.
That is the risk of entanglements. We're not doing. The thing is we're trying to. My perspective is that we're trying to get as many downtime actions as we can to try and lower our wanted level, because like that's our big issue right now. Is that because our wanted level is 2, our entanglements are always going to be crap.
If we'd be giving up 8 downtime actions to...
8 downtime actions.
Yeah, because 4
Oh,
coin,
well,
4 rep.
that's not what we're
I would
spending.
I would be
on, though.
spending 3 of my personal coin.
Well, that's 3 of your downtime actions.
If it.
I mean, they're hypothetical downtime actions because we're
Yeah.
also trying to save up coin and rep to go up a tier. Like,
Yeah.
they're resources, we can choose to spend them on whatever we want to spend them on. But part of the reason we're doing more missions is to try and get some more downtime actions or places where we can get downtime actions. Now, if we wanted to, instead, we could have just spent all of our coin and our rep to try and burn through that lamp black clock. Like, we can do that.
True.
But like,
They aren't
a wanted level 2 is
context-
always going to increase our likelihood of having bad entanglements because we're rolling 2 dice and taking the highest.
Obviously, it's my contact, so I am close. I don't want her to get messed with. So I would be willing to spend 3 of my personal coin towards it. But it still has to be a group decision because it would also require a rep and 1 coin from the group. So if you all are not into that, then I'm fine with the repercussions that come with that. But if you
I'm
are
fine.
willing,
I'm fine with spending the resources.
I feel like mechanically, they're still gonna be okay.
how do you know that?
They might die.
Depends on the roll.
It's a
does-
tier
oh.
4 gang going after them.
Yeah.
They may just.
Oh,
straight
this
up-
potentially does kill them.
It's a rogue spirit being attacked or approached by aggressively.
Here's the thing.
spirit ones.
Nyrix, if the spirit traffickers get a hold of Nyrix, which that's what he's saying is going to happen, most likely Nyrix will no longer be a contact of mine.
No.
So, in my,
It is as much
I
of
obviously
making
have
a
selfish
goal as an
reasons
RP
for it. That's why
decision.
I'm willing to spend 3 of my own personal coin for it.
I
But
say let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Alright.
I'm gonna take the 4 rep, and we're gonna take the coin out of the group,
Oof.
And yeah, 3 coin
Okay.
of mine.
pay off the spirit wardens.
I think in this case it's more so that you pay enough people to cover the tracks of Nerix that
They can't find her.
they raid a load of brothels. Nerix is in none of them.
I will start paying people off, and then when it comes down to it, I go to the group and I'm like, hey,
Yep.
situation I'm in, and I give them kind of the details of it.
And then
we
you end up,
burn some
like,
favors.
You start running out of money, you start offering favors, which is how you lose a little bit of rep, and you end up doing these odd jobs, etc., just paying people off, giving them favors, moving a few packages around, and at the end of it, Nerix is very grateful, and I would totally RP that, but we are coming to the close here, so maybe we'll open
Okay.
next session with the RP of you and Nerix hanging out somewhere, but we've got downtime, we have Nerix stuff to do next time, but for now, I think we'll call it. So, we'll start off with...
Probably enough time to do some of our downtime actions. I
I'm
guess I
in
don't
a
know.
lot of pain right now. I'd rather.
Oh,
not.
okay, yeah, then.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll do downtime next.
Next time.
I'm gonna make a note of that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bentham, what are you doing when we find you?
Hello, I am Bentham. I have a YouTube channel. It's called Magport Gaming for dumb reasons, and I play games there sometimes. Recently, it's just been lots and lots of weekly Astroneer streams because I love Astroneer. But Astroneer doesn't love us because it's starting to lag out. So sometime this week, you may see a cleanup stream where I just go around, maybe with some others present, and just clean up the same file to make it less laggy so we can keep playing it for a few more weeks. It's a bit of a thing, and that might tide us over till they release their performance patch. That's what I'm up to right now. Maybe more Kenshi or Factorio or something, who knows?
Okay. Game FTL. Josh, what about you?
Hi. When I'm not handing out tickets to go see a marching band, you can find me at Gaming FTL on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch for silly video game stuff, or if you want roleplay stuff and vampires, there's Strange Adventures on YouTube. I'm doing a lot of stuff about the new books and games coming out for Vampire the Masquerade, which is a lot of fun.
Hey. Random Tuesday. Lauren, what about you?
Hi, I'm Random Tuesday. You can find me on the internet pretty much everywhere at Random Tuesday. I play just the Outer Worlds now forever, but also I make cosplays, and occasionally I do other things and play RPGs like Dungeons & Dragons on the Dungeons & Dragons channel. So follow me on Twitter. That's a great place to know when and where I'm doing what when
Okay.
and with who.
And Margaret Crone. Maggie, what about you?
Hi, you can find me at Margaret Crone, as it states below. I am going to be playing Warhammer Wrath and Glory tomorrow if you want to come tune into that, which is a lot of fun. You can just follow me on social so you know whenever we go live with that. And yeah, for my day job, I make video games. So if you're interested in the current game that I'm working on, it is Ashes of Creation. So come check it out. That's all I got. And of course, EE, where can people find you at?
YouTube.com/Enter and Twitch.tv/Enter doing all the things. Transport Fever, Belarus, and Phoenix Point. Stuff like that. There you go. Right, let's just check if we had any tips today.
I have a tip
Patreon
for you
stuff
all.
coming if that wasn't mentioned. We got recaps maybe or whatever, something. I don't know. Lots of
There's a video
about
of
Silence
Vampire
of
Masquerade
Shadows.
that's coming out in like 5 minutes on our channel. You should totally check that out. There's interesting character stuffs.
And Merch. Go get some merch. Buy all the merch.
Okay, there were no tips today, so thank you very much, everyone. And until next time, may the dice roll over in your favor, especially if they're engagement rolls,
Bye.
because otherwise they're brutal. Ow.